pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. Oh no. Oh no.
What was the button you pressed?
I pressed the we're playing in person scene, not the we're playing remotely scene.
Whoa,
that was scary. Who wants to do a recap of what happened when we last played on Tuesday?
we were losing to the Green Dragon pretty badly. Things took a swivel. Patrick was, Rurek was unconscious. Naren was in a dragon's stomach, unconscious. The rest of the party had just arrived.
And then we got dragon breathed.
Yeah, Malcolm was slinking down a corridor. Then the dragon started attacking and making horrible threats while slowly drifting towards the door. Rurak was fine. Naren died. Dragon breathed on rest of party. Muir died. And then Zorgar made a dive for the wish ring. Wish that the party would be restored. Some turtle dude showed up and was very upset and confused as why his friend, master, was being attacked. We then proceeded to murder him.
Is Turtle dead?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he is. He was just crying next to the body. We didn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Aratham went up and slammed him in the back.
It smacked him, but it didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he died. Okay. And the dragon got killed, and now more people are coming down the corridor.
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
I just realized something. You know how we were like, oh, we could use the wish ring to, like, wish for money. Imagine how much money we could have got if we just sold the ring.
Someone would have ended the universe with it. Absolutely.
If we were advertising that we had a wish ring, I'm sure someone would have maybe assassinated us before we'd been able to sell it.
We still got the ring, let's just sell it anyway. They're not going to wish straight away.
What happened to the ring?
I feel like the cosmic police would be after us for...
I think the cosmic police are already after us.
Yeah, is the ring still a cool ring, or did it fucking break when we used the spell?
It's still a very nice looking ring. It just doesn't let you reshape reality anymore.
Not as cool.
So there is indeed some lads coming down the corridor towards you. There is, you're kind of like they're all a bit of a jumble as they're kind of running in, but amongst them you can see there's a big ogre lad. There's 4 or 5 little kobolds. There's a couple of lizard folk. One of them's in kind of big armor. There is some more snake men, and the snake men are kind of leading on a lead. This kind of reptilian looking thing. It's got a bunch of eyes, except it has like police horse blinders all over them. And I need to make everyone else visible. I don't know why it defaults to you guys can't be seen by no one.
I would also like to note that I have 3 hit points left. Mainly to Rurik.
Oh, I was going to do something.
Use them wisely.
I was going to do something that'd be very helpful for the next engagement. Is anyone else able to heal Lida?
I mean, I can go down. You can heal me after. It just means I won't be able to, damage a whole bunch of people in a small area.
I also have a thing to damage a whole lot of people in a small area.
He might be friendly.
I could heal her, but I'd have to come out in my wild shape.
Don't do that.
I have a request that people do not murder the kobolds. Murder everybody else.
Did
Let's
they say?
not jump to the murdering route, please.
Sorry, Jake. Who's
Yes.
coming down the corridor? Did we?
I've
see?
never heard Naren say that in my life.
There is kind of at the forefront. There is an ogre.
That's for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Beside him is your little buzzy Casbaz. You recognize him. Behind him are 4 other kobolds that you recognize: Hovu, Togs, Toma, Molo. There's an assorted number of lizardy folk, one of whom is wearing plate mail. There is an assorted number of snake men, and they have with them, leading it on a rope, this lizard thing. It's got like multiple eyes. It's got like kind of police horse blinders so it can't see. They're kind of leading that in, and they're all a bit of a ramble. There's also yelling and draconic.
Whose turn is it?
It will be at the top of the round, so it's some of the bad guys' turn first, and then it's your turn. But Zorgar, you cast Wish last week, so we need to do some stuff. Can you first roll a d100? Because if you roll under 33, you cannot ever wish again.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Oh, wait, so I'm running a
Well, I mean, it's a pretty rare thing.
Not
that
even
he would
on
be
his
able to
birthday.
cast the
Not
wish
even
anyway.
not even on his birthday. It doesn't work.
Oh.
53. Okay, so you're like, I feel like I could do that again, except
Cool.
after the kind of the adrenaline of the first engagement, and after Jake has checked the rules, you have this wave of lethargy washes over you. So for the next, can you roll 2d4, please?
2d4.
This is gonna be rough, guys.
It's not come up. Roll again. I've done it, but like it's just not coming up.
It's not coming up.
Just give it a sec, I guess. There it is.
Do that again.
5.
There you go.
Okay, so for the next 5 days, your strength score is now 3.
Oh, dear.
What? Why?
Because that's what happens when you wish.
Bullshit.
So let me get the fighty tunes on.
Wait, does that make him too weak to wield his axe?
Well, so
He's just gonna fall over.
Zorgar's body has a strength score of 3, but he is wearing a glove that makes that arm strength score 19. So, so, like you're strong enough to wield your axe in one hand. It's just that the rest of you is really, really, really tired and really, really weak. Because you're like, oh, I couldn't lift a feather, basically. I think I don't know what the strength score of a wolf is or a dog. Hang on, let me see if there's an appropriate comparison point. Okay, so you're half as strong as a kobold. The rest of you. Except your axe arm is in really good shape, actually. So you can wield your axe with one hand. It's just that you have a strength score of 3. But it's not all bad news, because if you I think it's let me check the exact wording. But if you take some bed rest, you can get those 5 days down. I think if you spend a day in bed, it counts as 2 days, or something like that.
Okay.
But for the moment, your strength score is 3, which is not very strong. So. It is the lizard men's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lizard folk 3 moves there. Rurik, it is your turn.
Cool. Where about is Fraff in the turn order?
I believe you can view it yourself, but he is.
Okay.
Yeah, if you click the cross swords.
He is 3 turns after you.
So, okay. Can I hold my action? And I'm going to say to Fraffin, bring your water elemental back to us. I'm going to cast a spell that's going to block that's going to protect us from those guys. But I need your water elemental to move so it doesn't get damaged.
Oh, golly doggly.
Okay. And I'll hold my my action.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Zorgar, you're feeling pretty tired. You're feeling a bit weak, but it's your turn.
I'll also
Okay.
say to the whole group, no one go in.
We're not fighting these guys, are we?
Not yet.
now, or
Oh no.
Jake,
Yes.
I just opened the wee notes thing at the side. Was I supposed to not look at that?
I don't know. Is there anything in there?
There's
There was a
plot to kill
note
my
in
partner.
there.
I'm the one that put
I
that in there
haven't
because I was
written any
messing
notes
with
in there.
everyone.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this like a secret and I'm not supposed to know? I was like, what is
Also-
this?
A new note.
Okay.
It says mine.
I forgot I wrote that.
Oh,
I don't know what to do. Can I just hold my turn?
yeah,
Hold
sure,
my
yeah.
action.
Okay, so it's the ogre's go. How fast does he move?
Jake, I'm not sure about everybody else, but I don't see the new enemies in the combat tracker, only the old ones.
Oh, really?
Oh, right, yeah, I didn't see that either.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I don't
weird.
see the ogre. or
Oh, I was
anything
under the
like
impression that those weren't... Oh, shit. Oh, well. That's fine.
Do I have to press now do you see the ogre?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's what that button does. Okay, so I can hide NPCs
Oh.
on it. I'm sorry. I thought I was confused because it wasn't hiding them on the map. I was like, is that button just broken? But no, it's not.
Hmm. So they all get to move then?
That is their turn order.
Right. Okay.
If that would have changed what you were going to do on your turn, we can...
Yeah,
You
I was
can
going
use
to
your
cast
turn.
Insect Plague, if that
Sure,
was okay.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
What's that do?
Insect Plague. Hang on. Is it in spells or abilities? Or... No. I'll just go into D&D Beyond. So, Swarming Locusts fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The sphere spreads around corners. The sphere remains for the duration, and the area is lightly obscured. The sphere's area is difficult terrain. When the area appears, each creature must make a Constitution saving throw. Each creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Now, I'm going to cast at 7th level, because I'm
Right,
casting
okay.
at 6th and then overpowering it to 7th.
You'll
Okie
kill all
dokie.
the little kobolds.
Oh, so we are killing them all?
Don't kill the
Well, I'm not
kobolds.
killing them.
They
I'm doing
have an
this.
ogre with them.
Kill
I'm-
the ogre.
I'm blocking this. Is this 20 foot? There's 20 foot. Can I block it in such a way that, you know, Naren's not in it, but it
It's
can
not
block
shown
the
up- oh, there
entrance?
it
and...
So yeah, you can move it, like,
So they could
south.
just move it.
Yeah, move it south. I don't know how to drag and move, though. It's
Oh,
not...
okay. Yes, you have to mouse over the center of it, and then there's a tiny little box. So
Oh, that...
something like-
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Okay.
Like that? Is that what you're
got it
after?
now. Maybe if I do that, and then that way... Yeah, they kind of have to funnel top left. The water element's got covered.
But then you get Kazbaz in there.
There's Kazbaz in there. Alright, well, if you care so much about your kobolds, then there you go.
Thanks, game.
That's gonna do nothing.
It's blocking them. It's funneling them. They can't move through there. What I want to do is this. I want to do this. But
What would Rurik do?
what direct do? I don't know. He's seen from the tunnel that there's an ogre and hostile lizard folk, and kobolds. And his party's in trouble. Ah, fuck it, we're doing that.
Okay. Right, so hang on.
So
Yeah, we're doing that.
Alright, is there a way I can... Okay, so everyone in there needs to make a what kind of save?
Oh, for fuck's sake, now I feel bad. Right, fine, we'll do it there. Constitution saving throw. None of them are making it. It's just there.
Okay,
8th level. Or 7th level.
sure.
Wait, why the fuck would I do that then? Sorry, I'm just... Sorry, 1
I
second.
mean, surely Wall of Fire. I know Blither's turn isn't for a little bit, but
They're all about to move in this area and fuck our day up. So...
Just do what you would do. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
Should we attempt to diffuse the situation?
I was hoping we could.
attack that.
We're about to kind of kill a bunch of innocent kobolds.
Jake, I do nothing with my turn.
You're doing nothing?
I heal Lida. I do a healing word.
That
Okay.
is nothing. Helping Lido is
Oh, I just
nothing.
have some hit points. Not that it matters.
I'm going to healing word. I'm not going to do anything else. She's going to get a... I don't know. A 4th level healing word.
Okay. So hang on, so you can get rid of this line here. Right. So it is the Ogre's turn.
You're getting 15 hit points, Emma. Lida.
Cool. I hate the way health is done on this program.
Yeah, I'm really confused.
Go defuse the situation.
Okay, he's gonna attack Nairn. Ka-chow! Ka-chow. What's your armor class, Nairn?
19.
I didn't mean for him to make a strength save. I wanted to add the... Okay. So, he's gonna hit you 3 times.
Alright.
Ouch.
So that is 59 points of damage. This big ogre charges out of the tunnel entrance and he kind of like shoulder barges into you. He's got this big club. He swings it like overhand and slams it into the ground, and like even though like he doesn't actually hit you, but it kind of like blasts kind of in a small radius, and you kind of get knocked back with the strength of it. And he does like 3 kind of slams. He goes Gronk, and that's his turn.
Don't think they want to talk.
Hmm.
Can we
Oh, that
like
ogre is
talk out
fantastic.
turn? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Now let's see.
Who was Molo was the leader, right? Where's
Yeah.
Molo at?
Yeah, I guess just go away and then hope that works.
Narn, why are you outside the circle of trust?
I don't know.
I have a feeling the kobolds that we've killed 2 of their gods aren't going to be very happy with us.
They're not that
I mean, they were
gods.
pretty okay about it last time.
Are they not their gods?
No.
I mean, they worship them.
Yeah.
No one can't see Molo yet. Damn it. Come on, Molo.
Can see
yeah.
Caspas though.
Oh, yeah. Now one knows. Would Naren remember Caspas? Probably. Oh, yeah, Caspas is the one who Naren beat up and paid. Is that the one who we lured with a money trail to a tree?
Yeah,
That's the one.
that was our buddy, our pal.
How did we get Gek then?
Oh, they left him
Gek was
behind.
abandoned. Yeah, that
Oh.
was our second when we returned. I don't think we met Gek when we were there the first time.
Well,
Can I say hello to Kazbaz?
Yeah, so they all kind of run out of the tunnel and they're just kind of looking around. One of the ones told me he's a bit bigger. He has a sling.
He's got a sling bee?
Yeah, he's gonna try. What's your armor class? 19.
19.
Oh, he doesn't sling you. He's
Yeah.
he's got like a rock and he kind of like whips it around and kind of throws it and it just kind of skids past your head. Lita, it's your turn.
What the hell?
right, I'm already casting Vampiric Touch, so I'm gonna just attack the snake person again.
Okay.
That's a 1. You get to reroll that. That is a 20 to hit.
I'm pretty confident that hits. Yeah. How much damage?
6 damage, and I regain half of those hit points, so I get 3 hit points back.
Okay. So what does it look like when that has got a vampiric touch on the go?
I feel like there's probably some form of like burning going on from her hand because there's a touch spell.
Okay.
Maybe something's like sinking into her hand or something. I don't know. Because there's got to be some kind of taking some essence from the dude.
Sure. So the rest of you guys can see Lita. She's got one of her hands is her right hand is glowing like an orange, like a deep orange, and she's reached out. She's like grabbed the guy like pincer style on the chest, and there's like this kind of wispy red orangey essence coming out of his chest into her. You doing anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Raffen, it's your turn.
It's me, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't hear. I just heard a doodle, but I didn't hear a thing.
Oh.
Are we fighting these dudes or what?
I mean, they're already
Confusing
fighting us.
situation.
What's that?
The ogre's fighting Naren. One of the
Naren
kobolds
is-
tried to sling Naren.
always
Attempting
just
to
try-
defuse the situation.
That's what
You
I
can
thought.
always
I just,
try
it
to
was-
tough
Whacked
it.
by an ogre.
I'm just trying to decide whether I'm supposed to still pull back the water elemental, or if not, I'll just have him attack the ogre.
What Rurak said seemed to not happen, so whatever Raffen thinks of that.
Yeah, so they're attacking us anyway. So I'll pull back the water elemental and I'll have him attack the ogre.
Okay. You can't move him, can you? I have to move him.
No, I can't move.
Oh, I didn't want to. I didn't want to open. I've got. Okay, there we go. I had him start for a minute. So about there, or do you want to move him further?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just as long as they can get a twat in on the ogre. Now I take it from behind, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be flanking, so you have advantage.
Okay, cool. That's attack number 1, but that's not going to hit.
No.
That'd be like a 10.
10 is not good enough, unfortunately. Although he's not wearing armor or anything. He's just got ogre flub.
Ogre.
Will that hit?
16, yeah, that'll hit.
Well, yeah, with 23. Okay, so it's 2d8 plus 4. $12.
12. Okay, so Raffen's water elemental kind of surges backwards and there's a big like double hand slam on the ogre's back, and one of them kind of just sort of dissipates, the other one gets like a good sort of solid bash on him, and he kind of recoils a bit, and he bashes his club on the ground. You doing anything else on your turn, Raffen?
I'm slightly because I know that like I've seen that they're attacking us, but the last thing that was kind of shouted to me was to pull back the water element. So I don't know whether Raffen would charge in, particularly if we're all hanging back. Can I hold my action?
Technically that wouldn't have really been said because Urek didn't do the thing that was the reason why you were
Well,
pulling
I
back.
still said on my turn. Like the words were spoken to Fraffen.
Yeah.
The action was that I said I was going to do didn't happen. Rex said to Raffen,
But you did.
pull back
You
your
did.
roll
No,
level.
you did say you would do it, but then we found out that he went, and then you redid your turn, didn't you?
Yeah.
No,
That's true.
Raffen hadn't gone to that.
I
Oh,
hadn't
yeah,
gone, no. No, I hadn't. I mean, because that was you asked if when my turn was, and you were going to hold your action until until after I'd gone, and you'd said to me, pull back the water elemental.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he completely changed what he was going to do, so it doesn't apply anymore.
Okay. So I take it we're just fighting these fuckers then.
I'm under the
Saturn
impression
wants
that
to
someone is going to try diplomacy.
I'll try.
You speak Draconic?
Can I hold my action then, Jake?
Yes.
They all spoke common, didn't they?
Cool.
Because I spoke to Molo before.
No, I think we were translating was the thing.
Ah.
Mono spoke a little bit of common. Kind of like Gek levels of common. Slightly better. You know.
Look, better than Gek. Gek's been trained. He knows Savvy now.
Yeah, I mean,
He
it
is the
doesn't
best
like
one.
Molo doesn't
Like,
have
yes.
any slang or lingo. He can form kind of more complete common sentences.
Yeah.
Muir, it's your turn. You're on top of the dragon. It's dead. Other stuff is going down.
Hey, you know what? We'll try the language of friendship. I want to start enthusiastically waving at the kobolds, and hopefully that works.
Okay, give us a persuasion check.
From the top of their dead god!
If you want to say something, Naren will translate.
Okay, I'll enthusiastically wave at the kobolds and yell at Naren to yell at them that she attacked us first. So hold on. Well, I didn't mean to roll that. Can I get my thing up? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm sorry. How do you get your character sheet up again?
If you click on your portrait at the top of the screen.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, it's giving me a spinning wheel of death. I'm sorry. Hold on. I know what to do. I know. Hey! Get me out of the spinning wheel of death. Hey! Whew, okay. Scales. I'm getting there. Was it persuasion, did you say?
Persuasion, yeah. I don't know why I said that so weird.
Go.
Persuasion!
18.
18. So, Muir is standing on top of the dead dragon, waving enthusiastically at the kobolds, shouting something.
How was the friendlies with them?
And most of them are like kind of looking at each other, like they seem a little confused. The one with the sling still has the sling out. The other ones are kind of like pointing at you, and then kind of pointing at the other dudes. And that's about as much as you kind of get an impression of in your turn. Are you doing anything else in your turn?
I would like to pointedly put my hands up in the air.
Okay.
And then that's it.
So one of the lizard folks, the one in armor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's she that? So this lizard folk is in plate mill. They have a spear with them. So they move 6 there. Dash
No. Oh.
to there. And then There, it is your turn. An ogre has just hit you.
I'm going to attempt to talk to Kazbaz and the others.
Okay.
Hey, please, don't fight us. It's very hard to talk your way out of we killed the person you respect.
They did kill the friends.
You're just realizing that now.
I want to at least attempt it.
Also, we planned to kill this dragon. That's just a lie. It's a flat lie saying it attacked us first because we were planning to kill it anyway.
That's not a lie.
Lies on me to Naren?
I'm not.
Gek agreed to help us hunt the dragon without knowing we were going to murder it.
Naren, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to try and speak to the kobolds while also disarming the ogre, stabbing it a couple times, and then raising my armor class and running away from it. That's the general plan.
Okay. So it's not the most persuasive to feign peaceful pretenses by then stabbing someone and disarming them. So
I would agree.
you can try. You'll probably have disadvantage on your persuasion.
Could I? Yeah. Okay, I won't stab the ogre, but I will disarm the ogre, then raise my armor class and run away, while trying to persuade the kobolds.
Yeah, that's probably still pretty peaceful. So what does the ogre have to do? Let's deal with that first.
Make a strength saving throw, and I notice the ogre has a +8.
Skajows. 20.
Right, so the ogre keeps its thing.
Okay, that's quite a big club. You were gonna have difficulty disarming it anyways. You shouldn't feel too bad.
Okay.
It's about the size of leather. That's bigger, probably.
Oh, boy.
It's about Rurek's height.
And then, yeah, I'm going to spend the other one to raise my armor class.
Okay.
By... Oh, sweet! My armor class is now 29.
Okay.
Holy shit, thanks.
He's gonna try and hit you, even though he can't. If you're running away. He doesn't.
I want to move towards my dude in the cage.
But you guys can spin it?
Apparently.
Oh, there you
We
go.
can spin.
Yeah, you can spin him.
Can I spin the dragon? No.
Uh,
No.
I want the dragon.
As a bonus action, can I use... fuck, why have I forgotten? Second wind
Yes.
to heal 12 plus a d10.
Mulder.
Shite.
It is your turn.
Can I roll a persuasion check?
Oh, sorry, yeah, go for it, yeah.
People. Oh, hang on.
Can have +6, why not?
Oh, sweet, thank you.
Alright, what does Muir given a +6 or persuasion look like?
Me just standing in the background trying to look as friendly as possible.
Okay.
I got the biggest smile on my face.
So what do you say to them there?
We've been friends in the past. I know we've done some things that look bad right here. But we can help you out of this situation to a more prosperous future.
Very nice.
So the kobolds all look at each other, even the one with the sling, and they're kind of like, you can see them kind of like kind of, they don't say anything, but they're just looking at each other, and then Kazbaz turns and says to Draconic, "They say it's okay. Think maybe maybe it's fine. And then
I love the kobolds.
who's nearby?
Kobolds are my favorite. Kill them, please.
The lizard folk in plate mill who is approaching Mulbrin, or is charging at Mulbrin, kind of turns around and says, "Don't listen to them!" And they'll just kind of look at each other.
Can I retaliate with snake person evil? Does the snake person speak Draconic?
How would you know?
How would I know?
Yeah.
Didn't they just yell it?
If they
Oh,
just
the lizard
yelled
folk.
back
Yeah,
at
the lizard folks
kobolds. Yeah.
did that in Draconic. Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Good.
Sorry, Mulbrin, it's your turn.
I would like to disengage
Uh-huh.
as a bonus action. And move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And I want to take a shot at the snake person on the ladder.
Go for it.
Yay!
That would actually... Oh. That hits, right?
Yes. 27.
I'll just see if I
definitely
get a crit. No.
No.
Okay. So that is... 22 damage.
hits. 22. So Mulbrin kind of ducks out of the way of the approaching lizard folk. Runs around the side, fires off a shot with one wrist bow, squeaks through the air, slams into the snake lad's side. He's got a kind of a... His chest piece doesn't have any sides on it. Sort of, the sides are open. And there's a nice fat arrow, crossbow bolt, sticking in there. So it is now that dude's turn. He is gonna attack Lita.
I'm gonna cast shield as a reaction.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh
Uh,
boy.
So how many of them hit? Once you're shielding yourself.
Shielding gives me a +5, so only one of them hits.
Okay,
Very nice.
That was me. I fucked up, sorry.
that's right. So you take 16 slashing damage. There.
Cool.
Snake person 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The thing on the leash. Get about that far. Can this dude shoot anyone? Oh, he's probably gonna. So Snake Person 3 is readying a bow, but isn't actually shooting anyone right now. Snake Person 4, we just did. The turtle lad is he's just crying. He's gonna sort of crawl away from Raffen. Up there. And then it's the lizard folk. 5, 10, 15, 30. These dudes have, I don't think they have bows, do they? Do not. So you'll dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Rurik, it's your turn.
Okay. Sorry, I was gonna check something.
That's okay.
I don't think I have that spell. Right. Who can I catch in my sphere? I think that must be 25. It's hard to see. I think that's 20. Right, there we go. I can catch. Right, that catches all the kobolds, so I can't do that. That catches all us. Can't do that. That catches 3 of them. Right. Okay, so that is out the window. 1 sec. Is it possible to stand here and throw my hammer hitting these 3? The lizard folk, and ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That should be acceptable.
Cool. This will be my second charge of the hammer
Sure.
throw today then. And
Okay.
I'll aim for the ogre. I guess that's a ranged weapon attack.
Yeah.
Yep. That's thrown. Here we go. This is at the ogre. Oh dear. How much is that? 16?
That's enough to hit the ogre then.
Oh, well that's
Yeah,
good.
that hits the ogre reasonably handily, actually.
Cool, cool.
And the other
How
two have to
many-
make saves, right?
Yes, I think it's dex saves, isn't it?
Dex save sounds right. So at 19.
It's a DC 17, because that's my spell save DC,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. So you hit the ogre. The lizard folk immediately in front of you is gonna kind of jump out of the way a bit, but you hit the other two with the full
Okay.
brunt. So how much damage are we looking at?
So, I'm going to roll 66 for all of them,
Mhm.
I think, and then I'll roll damage for the ogre after.
Sure.
So
You didn't do the sounds. You gotta go chow or something when you
Oh.
roll it.
Sorry. And then it's just a D8 bludgeoning for the ogre.
Okay. So
It's a +2 hammer, so does it +2
there
to
you
5?
get you get 2 on that.
And is there also strength
Yep.
from the throw?
Cool. Is a thrown weapon. Pretty sure that's how that works.
So I got strength +4, so it's 5, 7, 13 on the ogre, plus 28. If people did not make their saves.
So we're talking 41 total to the ogre. Is that right?
Yeah. And
Mhm.
anyone that took lightning damage is going to get pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. So
Relative to
that's all of them, right?
Cool. I guess so.
Skajow. Skajow. Skajow.
Cool.
Okay.
Would Rurik technically get an attack of opportunity on the lizard folk?
No, because I'm pretty sure we checked this. I think
Mhm.
you only get an attack of opportunity when they're voluntarily leaving your space.
Okay.
I'll double
And
check that.
then I'm just gonna. Oh fuck! How much points do I have? 1 sec. I got 51. And Graffin's in beast shape. Zorgar's weak as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna move back a little bit. Yeah, I'll move to about there.
Okay.
Yep. And I'll probably like Naren, diffuse the situation.
You try.
Okay. Zorgar,
Okay.
it is your turn. There is there's a lizard fella. He's in front of you. He's got a spear. He doesn't look
Yeah,
super friendly.
Can
Kind
I
of a
try and
snarl.
intimidate him?
To what end?
Just so I don't have to fight him.
Oh, sure, yeah. Just try and go for it. Give us an intimidation check.
Just try to make him seem like don't fuck with me.
Okay.
Just roll for. This is an intimidation check, isn't it?
Yes.
I will also say, Finn, that you are one of the 2 people in this party who speaks Draconic.
Yes.
So one of the 2 people who can communicate with the kobolds.
Do you want me to say something to them?
You say something nice while you're at it.
Gonna intimidate this guy and say something nice to the other guy.
Yeah, I'll tell him, like, I don't want to fight him.
Sure. So is that what you're telling to the kobolds? Or is that what you're telling to the guy you're trying to intimidate?
Both.
Okay. So Zorgar sort of, somewhat intimidatingly, goes, I don't want to fight you. And the lizard folk in front of him just goes, Rah! And kind of screams in his face a bit. The kobolds are like, they're just kind of looking at each other. Only the kobold that has taken a sling out has any form of weapon on the go right now. The other ones are just kind of standing there.
You know how the roof is open, but it doesn't look open? It looks like a cave top, is that right?
Yeah, it's kind of a sort of a natural kind of rift in the center. It's broadly circular. So it's not a perfect circle.
There's actually a hole up there.
There's actually a hole, yeah.
Sky.
Yeah, that circle that's on the map right now, that is the bit that's under the hole. Except it's not a perfect circle. It's like, it's a bit kind of craggy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
More of a polygon. Just can't draw a polygon, like.
We could fly up and out and away.
We're here for the gold,
The
though.
gold is here.
Yeah, we need to go.
Of course, there's a big pile of gold.
Are you doing anything else on your turn, Zorgar?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think got really tits up like good.
So. What's the ogre? What's he gonna do? Aaron just ran away from him. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7.
He's come into the circle of trust.
7.
He's a surprisingly quick ogre.
He's a big guy.
It's mostly he just has like a shit ton of momentum behind him.
Does the water elemental not get an attack of opportunity?
Oh yeah, we're an elemental wood, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Uh-huh.
Does he get his multi-attack, Jake?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, okay. $21.
That'll opportunity him. So give me some damage.
14.
14. Okay, so he sets off lumbering after Naren. The water elemental does like a big slam over his back. He kind of like gets like knocked forward a bit and he staggers a bit in his run. He's got kind of a juggernaut thing going on right now. He's barreling towards Naren. And he's gonna try and hit Naren.
So making friends with them hasn't worked very well.
I'm not trying to make friends with the ogre. I still intend to murder the ogre.
But isn't he pals with the kobolds?
They're colleagues.
This is my friend from work, the ogre.
Invite him over
They're
for
work
dinner.
colleagues yet.
What's your armor class right now, Naren?
19.
19.
It was only 29 to the end of my turn, unfortunately.
Okay, well, he only hits you for 1. So he takes 14. He is going to try and barrel into you because he's moved enough. But that's not going to work. So you take 14 bludgeoning damage. As he slams his club down, sort of. You make a jump back, but you're still kind of impacted with the sheer force of it. As the kobolds. What are they going to do?
Oh.
The kobolds lose a round to confusion. Lida, it's your turn.
That's me. I'm gonna keep doing my vampiric touch on the snake person.
Okay.
Just poke, 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 poke.
I don't think that hits. It's a 12.
A 12 is not good enough to hit a snake. Yeah, it's unfortunately.
It's not good enough to hit a snake.
You have to roll every round. It's not like Witchbolt, you just keep it
Yeah,
up.
so it's concentration, but the way it works is that it's like you can use your attack action to make the attack again. So that makes me think that you have to roll every time.
If it says you have to make, if you make an attack, then yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
But it just doesn't use up any extra spell slots or anything.
Okay. So yeah, you're still kind of siphoning him, except he's just kind of like that bit seems like he's a bit resistant there. You might have to adjust siphon position slightly.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, Raffin, it is your turn.
Oh, I don't know. I guess. Are we fighting these fuckers or what? We're still trying to make friends
You're
with
fighting the ogre, 100%.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
the
Well,
lizard
yeah.
folk.
I'll call the water elemental back to engage the ogre, and I'll engage the ogre as well.
Okay, how fast is a water elemental?
It's dead fast.
Dead fast.
Fast as fuck.
Alright, I'll take your word for it. I can't be bothered checking right now.
I think it's.
I think it's 30 feet on land, isn't it? And
Yeah, 30 feet on
90
land and 90
underwater.
on water.
So unfortunately,
But he's big.
But he's big.
so you can get to him. Your water elemental is slightly behind because he just managed to outpace you.
Okay. Right, I'll attack him then.
Go for it.
That's 11.
11 is unfortunately not good enough to hit him.
14?
14 is just good enough.
Oh, I thought that was a 7 and an 8. That's awesome. 13
13.
of damage.
Okay, so Raffin surges over the ground and kind of does sort of two underhand swings at him, gets him right in his sort of somewhat flabby belly. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Raffin?
I think that's it, really, isn't it? For me.
Okay, Mira, it's your turn.
I would like to keep shouting niceties at the kobolds. Can I see Molo, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to yell at Molo, friend, and we found treasure chest together. Friend, remember? Big misunderstanding. Otherwise, trying to be nice.
Okay, give us a persuasion check, but you can have advantage because you brought up a memory.
Oh.
Oh dear.
No.
So that's hold on. That's a 2 plus 2 so that's a 4. I'm gonna give myself plus 6 and make that an even 10.
Okay. So Mira's standing there yelling, and he's looking at her. He's got his staff with all his shaman stuff on it, and he's kind of standing there looking at the kobolds, and then he's like, "What?" And then Mira gets out like this megaphone device and says, "Remember the treasure chest?" And he's like, "What?" And he kind of looks. Who's he got? He looks at the snake people behind him. He's like, and he can't really make it away. So, but he doesn't look super. He looks slightly more confused than he was a turn ago. You doing anything else on your turn?
Continuing to wave at the kobolds.
Sure.
Friendly gestures.
Okay. So it is this lizard. Oh, what? She's gonna charge at Zorgar. Over her shoulder, you hear her call, "What are you doing? Kill the interlopers!" In Draconic, for those of you that understand Draconic. And then she's gonna try and stab Zorgar. Okay, so she critically bites Zorgar.
Oh boy.
I don't want to make it a range attack. Can I? No. Okay, so she critically bites Zorgar, but doesn't hit on the other ones, I assume. So that didn't. Plus. So Zorgar, you take 29. I took the claw damage there. Oops. I'm sorry.
So 29. Is that what I'm
Hang on.
taking?
Sorry, it is 33. Piercing damage. She gets like a big, like the jaw sort of almost dislocates, and she gets a good snap when you, and just kind of crushes the kind of your shoulder blade under the force of her striking mouth. And that's all she's gonna do. So. Naren, it is your turn.
I'd like to once again preach to the kobolds and say that we have to defend ourselves against the ones attacking us and ask them to join our clan.
Okay, give us a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Sure.
Come on.
Slightly better. I'll take it. And then, the bastards of ogre. I guess I'll have to. Yeah, I'm going to stab him.
Go for it.
Oh boy, I forgot I need to roll them individually. So that's a 26, a 24, and a 12.
The 26 and the 24 will hit. The 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
And then the illicit, oh for fuck's sake, is also a 12.
The 12 still,
Yeah.
unfortunately, not good enough.
So, yeah, that's 18, I guess.
18. Okay.
18 damage. And,
So
is there
Naren,
anything else I can do?
yeah. Is there anything else you're doing?
I don't think so. I'm just checking because I'm not feeling too good. Pretty beaten up here.
Oh no.
No, that's it.
Okay, so the rest of you watch as Naren shouts something in Draconic, and then stabs the ogre a couple times, and gets a couple of good solid strikes on the belly. And he kind of rocks back, goes grunk, and then the kobolds are there like looking at each other. Join clam. Melbourne, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the snake boy again.
Go for it.
That is a crit.
Very nice.
Hang on. Um, 44 damage.
44, you say? To
Yes.
Snake Person 2.
What a miss.
Snake Person 2, Mulbrin fires off a bolt again, and it sails through the air, and kind of gets him square in the eye, straight through, and he just kind of keels over, twitching.
Yay!
So Snake Person 2 is out of there. You doing anything else in your turn, Mulbrin?
Yes. I'm going to move back way up here.
Okay.
And then are we trying to kill the big lizard?
Yeah, big lizards and ogre.
Okay. Bonus action, a shot to the lizard below Zorgar.
Go for it. The one in Playman.
I need to roll another one.
Get him!
Oh, that was close.
28.
Yeah, they'll hear.
Okay. So that is just 3.
3. Is that not plus something?
It's the bonus action one, so I don't think so.
Ah. Sure, so Mulbrin fires off a shot, kills the snake person that's kind of attacking Lita, runs forward, turns around, fires off another shot behind her, skims past the shoulder of the lizard folk in plate. You can see she's got like a big nasty scar over one eye. And the eye is like, she's like blind in that eye. So it's Snake Person 3. They're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then can they 6. And they're gonna try and shoot Zorgar. So that's a miss straight off the bat.
Oh, if that's a critical one, did they hit their friend in the back of the head? Or was that just stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So, neither of them hit Zorgar, but Lizard Folk 3 suffers a bit of damage. Doesn't hit them like squarely, but it does scrape them. Lizard Folk 3 turns around and yells something in Draconic.
Great in fighting.
It says, "Filthy Sun Watcher!" And Snake Person 4 is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna try and shoot Raffin.
So why would they do that?
What's your armor class as a water elemental, Raffin?
It is, as a water elemental, it's 14.
14, okay.
Natural armor.
So both attacks hit. But some of this is poison damage, which I believe you are immune to.
I am immune to poison damage.
So you're gonna take 12, so 14 plus 11, so 25 piercing damage to you. As the snake person fires off 2 arrows that punch through your watery form. And then it's the little turtle dude's go. He's still crying, but he steps up and he turns around and tries to whack Raffin with his mace.
A sad whack.
Did you do it with disadvantage if he's got tears in his eyes?
Emotional damage.
He gets a 15. And a 10. Do either of them hit?
It's 14 in armor class, so I'm
Okay,
guessing
so 15 hits.
The 15 will hit.
So you only suffer 11 bludgeoning damage from him. And he gets one kind of, he overextends. It's not a very good trade. Just it's got emotional weight behind it, and he slams into you. Then the lizard folks go. So lizard folk 1. All his buddies are over there, so he's gonna go over there. And he's gonna try and stab Zorgar. It's a 25 and a 22. I think both of them hit, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna take 33 piercing damage from his spear. Yes, you're right, and he gets you a good solid jab in the guts. It doesn't pierce through your armor or anything, but you just kind of go woo. Have to kind of do a little dance back. Lizard folk 2 is there. Well, everyone's already there around 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're gonna try and stab Rurak. It's an 18, which I don't think hits. And 22, which I think does hit.
Cool. I'll use my reaction to do the little thing to him. But how much damage would that be?
You are gonna take 21 piercing.
21 piercing damage. Okay. Okay. And then, what is it he has to do? Wrath of Storm. Yep. He needs to make a dex saving throw.
He doesn't look very dexterous. He gets a 16.
I'm not sure what the actual save number is.
I think it'll be your spell save.
I'm pretty sure that's 17.
Okay.
So
And he takes the full punch.
fail. And that would be 4, and then he's pushed back 10 feet.
4 damage. He is knocked back to where he was. So he runs up, kind of gets a good run in with his spear, pokes Rurak in the chest, and then Rurak just kind of jolts, and he gets knocked back 10 feet, kind of skids along the ground, looks sort of confused. And then Lizard Folk 3 is, he's also right next to Zorgar, so he's going to try and poke Zorgar. Chow. So the first attack doesn't hit, second attack doesn't hit. Rurak, it's your turn.
I made up this here, and I think, yeah, I can definitely get everyone in the party. I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at
Thank God.
at 6th, overcharge at the 7th, and then anyone that is wearing metal armor is going to get another D8 because it goes to 8th for them. So, how does this work then? So, a wave of healing energy points, a point you choose from range. Let's just choose Muir. And you choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere. So, 6 creatures. Naren, Zorgar, myself, Fraffin, Lida, Muir, and everybody. So how much is that? 7d8. And then anyone who's wearing metal is going to get a 8th one.
Does a necklace count?
I don't think so.
It's gotta be metal armor.
Okay.
So this is for everyone. It's 40 plus 5 is 45. And then everyone wearing armor gets an extra 2.
Sweet.
Damn, I'm gonna back up the phone now.
That's a lot of healing.
Oh yes.
More than that.
So Rurak holds his hammer up, and there's this kind of spark kind of blasts out from it and strikes into all of you, and you're kind of energized with this wave of kind of tingly healing magic.
Alright, cool.
You doing anything else your turn?
I will back up Zorgar over here, and I'll go there and just kind of take some aggro.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be Zorgar's turn next. I need to go for a wee, so I'm going to go do that, so I'm not compromised.
Don't fall in.
Zorgar, you think about what you're going to do.
Do one foul swoop that knocks off all 3 of their heads.
Not my head.
You're too short, it'll miss you anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You might get a little bit of a haircut though, you know.
Oh no.
Just off the top.
Little trim.
Lock the top of your head off.
Oh no. Well, at
Your
least since
brain will be open air. You'll be
it's
a
a
convertible
flame.
dwarf.
It's a flaming axe, so it'll cauterize whatever whatever goes over. It's like a lightsaber.
That's what everybody wants, a cauterized brain. Delicious.
Better than a bleeding brain.
True.
Is it?
No, I'm not sure anyone's surviving with a cauterized brain. I don't know how that works. Oh, my storm charge went down. Oh heck. All right. Where's my equipment?
Oh heck.
Oh heck.
Anyone else concerned that there's a basilisk on the map?
Yeah.
Didn't
I
we?
don't think Jake's remembered it had a turn, so we just. I was thinking about
Yeah.
I just don't think it's gotten close yet.
Maybe he's lumped it in with the kobolds. Just like, yeah,
Maybe
he's our buddy.
One of the kobolds thinks he's a basilisk. So called himself Basilisk.
Oh whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, this situation is more under control, I think. I think we'll be okay.
They're
Yeah.
doing what's
You'll be
very
fine.
nice.
The
Thank
kobolds aren't attacking.
If the
No,
kobolds like
They're our
separated off, I
friends.
could have like wall of aired them off.
you. Could
Yeah.
you fireball and mold it?
Yeah, but there's only a certain number. I don't know if it's high enough.
There's
I'd have to
1,
check.
2, 3, 4, 5 kobolds amongst those 3 basilisk and stinker.
Let me check my spellcasting ability.
But I mean, even if you just targeted like,
It depends on the
area.
spells. Depends on the spell's level. So cast it at 3rd level, I'd only be able to mold it around 4.
Well, actually,
Hello.
So
you
if
can
it's
mold it
a
around me and
level,
Zorgar. There's a bunch of lizard folk around us.
Burn them all!
It's probably a good thing I didn't go with the insect plague, because those kobolds would be dead.
Yeah, the kobolds are nice. They haven't attacked yet. We just need to keep persuading them every
Oh,
time
yeah.
we can.
The kobolds
They're
are
just
nice.
a bit.
The thing is, so they're going to be at the next dragon fight too, and the one after that, and the one after that.
Not if I employ them.
That's true. You can never have enough deck squads.
Well, they might.
Sounds
make
like
that
some of the
happen.
gold's going to them as well then.
Zorgar,
Well,
it is your turn.
We should say that. You should say that. Go, hey, we'll give you some gold, and then they'll probably be fucking sorry.
I will, with my good strong hand, try and do a big swoop through all 3 of them
Okay.
with my axe, which is a smite.
All right. Give us an attack.
Nice.
Plus 8 on both of those.
Remember, your strength score is 3.
It's 19 with his hand, so it's plus 4, right?
Yeah, but your strength score is 3. So like your hand, right, and all your gauntlet's really doing for you right now, because the rest of you is so weak. All your gauntlet's really doing is letting you hold a two-handed axe with one hand. If that makes sense.
I thought it made my strength score 19.
Yeah, but then you wished, which makes your strength score 3.
But then the glove makes my strength score 19.
Yeah, but the rest of you is strength score 3. You've got one really strong
Not
arm.
this hand. Yeah, but I'm only using this arm.
You still have a +7. Take it. It's enough to hit.
Okay.
Only
Yeah.
4 short of what you would normally have.
Right, so your lizard folk 3. Is that where you're starting your wave through?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you do enough damage to kill lizard folk 3, your attack will continue through and hit lizard folk 2 for whatever damage you got left.
Okay.
Nice.
So do they both hit?
Yeah, they will both hit, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we looking at there?
Hold on. So what's my strength bonus on this? 19 to plus 4 strength, which is a 19.
Yeah, so yeah. So if you're attacking with the hand you're wearing the magic gauntlet, then just make your attack as normal. If you have to make like a strength save or whatever, that's gonna be whatever your strength score would be if you were 3.
Okay.
That seems the fairest way to do it, thinking about it.
Okay, so that's 68 damage.
68. Ouch.
Ooh.
So you kill lizard folk 3.
Level.
You carry into
Yay!
lizard folk 2 for a little bit. So Zorgar kind of does one swipe, or one swipe like that, and kind of rears up and does a big kind of horizontal swipe, and it cuts through and across the chest of lizard folk 3, who kind of slumps to his knees, and then kind of bites into the side of lizard folk 2. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Is it an action to pray to your god?
For what end?
Just to ask him for help?
Like if you want him to like send down an angel, that's an action. If you just want to have a
Okay.
chat, that's not an action.
So asking for help is an action.
Yeah.
Then that's my turn.
Okay. So it is the ogre. Oh, hang on. Something happens when one of those lizard folk dudes dies.
Oh no, what happens?
So the armored lizard folk shout something in a language that none of you speak, and the remaining ones register what she says but don't do anything. Oh, actually, is this guy? No, this guy's gonna go move around here, and then it's the ogre's turn. So he's gonna try and hit her again.
Fucking big bastard. Fuck off.
So I'm guessing that 12's not gonna hit. It is that 11 or the
Oh.
7.
Oh,
So he just swings at you 3 times, He swings at you once and misses, and then looks at it and just like bashes the ground 2 more times. And then as the kobolds, they're looking around. They're they're talking. They're like, giant clam. Not sure. Casbah's like clam. Clam not. It's slimy. Yeah, slimy.
What? Are they thinking of clams?
So they lose another round to moral confusion. Linda, it's your turn.
Right, okay, I'm healthy, I'm happy. There's a dead body next to me, and that's just making me feel good. I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
Can I just have because I feel like I was kind of distracted by the dude that was next to me. So there's a kobold in the corner there, with some snake people, and there's an ogre. Who stands out to me as the biggest threat, or is there anything weird going on? Like,
the only other thing you see is they have a weird lizardy thing with them, like an actual like lizard that has the horse blinders on. The ogre seems to be the most immediate, biggest, largest thing doing any sort of damage. Although Rurak and Zorgar are both surrounded by 3 lads with spears now. Should get rid of the other guy. Goodbye, lizard folk 3.
Oh no, is it some kind of Gorgon motherfucker?
I was just about to ask, can I do like some kind of check to figure out what that snake thing is?
Yeah, give us a nature check.
Nature.
Who's funky?
A basilisk.
The thing with
Basilisk.
the blinders on, so I assume it's got blinders on.
That's an
Because
8.
the last time
8.
we had someone turned to stone, who was that?
Rurak.
Have we encountered this before?
No, you fought a Medusa once. You're not sure what it is, but you're like, it's weird that they would put blinders on it. So
Well,
maybe it
actually,
does something if it looks at you. It's probably the best you get with an 8.
Was I here?
Yeah, you were, yeah.
Cool. Sorry.
Sorry, Jake, I got distracted there.
That's good.
What? So it's got blinders on, so it's probably not the best thing to look at it if it doesn't have blinders on, basically. But it still
Either
has blinders
that,
on
or
right
it
now.
freaks out if it can see things.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna keep going at the ogre. Then I'm gonna cast something at it. Let's have a look. Because I can't wall them off, because it would wall off the kobolds as well. And I don't want to do that just yet. Don't have a lot of spell slots left. Okay, we'll do a fireball at 4th level.
Okay.
So it is. How do you draw the circle thing?
You right click and go pointers, and then click draw circle, and then you click and drag, I think.
Has 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So it's at 4th level, so I can mold it around 5 people.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll cast it there, and I won't hurt my friends.
Okay.
So it's a dex saving throw.
So, right, okay, so the big ogre, the exceedingly not dexterous ogre.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that
It's
already.
at 13. Well, that's okay, we can keep the number.
The DC is 17.
DC 17, okay. So, the ogre does not make it. The lizard folk in armor does not make it. Jow. Yeah, so you gotta say the sound effect. Otherwise it's not as good. And where's the turtle lad? I have so many stat blocks open on my screen right now. Okay, so let's start. So the lizard folks.
I have stuff to reroll and stuff.
Oh sure,
to add
yeah,
to my
okay.
damage
Well,
number.
that's all that's all the saves that need made, I think, isn't it? So do all your rerolling and stuff, and then we'll assign the damage.
Okay, so instead of 25, it's 28,
28.
and then there's a +5 from my evocation shit, so it's a 33.
33. Okay, so the
Oh, but I cast that at a higher level, so it's another d6.
Okay.
So another 2 on top of that.
So
35.
35. Yeah, 35 is bang on.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's on that much damage. That dude's on that much damage. That much. She didn't make her save either, so that's. And then he is on that much damage. Okay, so let it.
I don't know how to delete my circle.
I don't. Maybe you guys can't delete it. It's kind of it's
can.
finicky.
Right click it, and go into pointers, and then remove pointers.
Ah, okay.
So Lita pulls a mote of fire at the top of her staff and hurls it, and it kind of lands squarely around Muir and detonates around her. She's getting like this little bubble, and it kind of spreads out this kind of mushroom cloud effect. Engulfs all the bad guys, and they're kind of singed and wiping soot off their faces when it all calms down. They all look a little worse for wear. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Linda?
No, that's it.
Okay, Raffen, it's your turn.
That's funny. I've just realised it mutes your voice when it goes ding.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. How's the ogre looking?
He's wounded. He's not like he's
Wounded.
okay. He's got a couple of
Right.
things.
I'll bring the water elephantal in to attack him, and I'll attack him.
So like that.
That sounds about right.
Sure.
So we'll do the water elephantal first. 17.
Is enough to hit the ogre, yeah.
And attack 2 electric boogaloo. It's 21. That's going to hit. So 4d8 plus 8. $22.
Okay. So is that you or the water elemental?
That's the water elephantal.
Okay, so the water elemental surges along the ground, does 2 big like boom boom slams on that guy's back, kind of leans forward a bit under the pressure of it. And then what are you doing?
I'll attack him too.
Sure.
It's all wet now.
It's quite damp over now.
Right, 17's going to hit.
He's in the splash zone.
11's not going to hit, is it?
No. Unfortunately.
So that's 14 damage from me,
Okay.
and I shall move back a little bit.
Alright. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay, so the little turtle guy is going to try and strike you with an... Oh, you don't suffer attacks of opportunity anymore, do you?
No.
You're too zippy for him. Okay, so he's not going to do that then. So, Muir, it's your turn.
I would like to. Who's rolling Morganth? The green. I would like to pat. I'd like to pat the gold. No, am I standing? There's gold everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, the whole floor is basically covered in gold.
All right, okay. I'd like to pat or gesture to the gold on the floor, and then point at the kobolds. I'm like, share, friends, together, friends.
Don't say that. I want an unreasonable cut.
Okay, you can have a persuasion check with advantage for that.
Jack already wants like half of what's in this cave.
Well, I'm not sure if that worked or not.
Nothing's turned up yet.
My thing was. Alright, hold up. For fuck's sake. So that's. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how advantage works in this thing.
You just press the little advantage button next to under the chat box.
Oh. Okay. 9. Give myself a +6, so 50.
15. Okay.
Aye.
So Muir makes a big.
Oh no, and then that's 17.
17.
+8.
Okay. So Muir kind of is waving frantically with one hand and making a gesture towards the gold with the other ones, and the kobolds are looking at each other and they're like. And they look like they're about ready to do something. Are you done with your turn?
Yes, I would like to cast reduce on that ogre.
Sure, what's he gonna do?
He's actually wait. That's a terrible idea. It's a Constitution saving throw. I would like to cast aid at 3rd level. So who's anybody hurting particularly? Let's see. Rurak, Zorgar, and Naren can get +10 extra hit points.
Oh, great.
Temporary.
Thank you.
Cool.
Nice and healthy. Nice one.
Very healthy.
Ain't no wounds.
Ain't no wounds over here.
I'm basically full health now. This is great.
Yeah, I'm only 5 off top, and an ogre's been chasing me around this cave.
Easy living.
Okay. You done with your turn, Muir?
No, just yelling friendship and all other kind of manner of nice words at the kobolds.
Okay. So as the lizard folk in armor, what is she gonna do? She is gonna between Rurak and Zorgar, who looks rougher?
I'm a
Definitely me.
Definitely you. Okay, well she's gonna try and hit you.
Great.
Zorgar also probably just looks bad in general because he is sleepy as fuck.
That's true, yeah, he's got strength 3, doesn't he? So the 25 hits there, right? But the other two don't?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
God,
she's gonna
imagine
hit
having
you
20
for
armor points.
plus... Wait, no, I wanna... Oh, shit. It's not parsing it right. So you're gonna take 35 damage. So this lizard folk jabs you and gets a good hard strike in your rib, and she kind of like seems, she gets a big grin on her face, and she seems a little more spirited, a little more in her element. And then it is the lizard thing, which is obviously named in the token, because I sort of didn't think to not name it in the token. So
is it what the token says?
Oh, that dude's not in the turn order. I forgot to click that. Well, they're gonna move there. Naren, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on trucking. Ask the kobolds to join us again and stab the ogre again.
Okay. Give us a persuasion check and then your attack rolls.
Yeah, no.
Not terrible.
Mhm.
Perfectly accurate.
Yeah, that's alright. And then I get advantage, right? Because he's being flanked.
Yeah, you guys do.
Sweet. But I'm gonna have to roll these one by one. Nah, fuck it, I'll just do all as a bunch and add the 10s afterwards. I'll do them in pairs. Oh wait, no. Being a fool, there's an advantage button.
Yay!
So the second one was a crit.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you know. So that's a 23, a 20, or a 30, and a 16.
Yeah, they will all hit him.
And then also, I always forget about the poor old Arisen. 24.
That will also hit him.
And then I will use my last maneuver to attempt to disarm him again,
Okay.
which does another d10 of damage.
He's gotta make a strength save, right?
Yeah.
Let's get you out. 26.
Yeah, okay. He holds on to that thing pretty well.
He's got a good firm grip on it. So how much damage is he taking?
Uh, 54? Is that correct?
13 plus 7 plus 10, so 20, 39, yeah, 54, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So Aaron gets a bunch of good strikes, like the critical on Nautilus goes, you sink it right into the flesh, and he kind of yowls, go grog, and he looks pissed.
Oh
Angry.
boy.
And what do you say to the kobolds with your 11?
My 11. I attempt to buy them out, like, join our clan, you'll get healthily paid, good money, gold.
He keeps saying about clams. What is clam?
I thought, isn't that what Gek always referred to the
Red
thing as?
Gek
His
tribe.
clan? Oh, his tribe. Fuck! I thought it was clan.
It's kind of hard to hear him all the way over there. You keep saying. Do you think he's saying clam? Why do you like clams so much? You done? Tell us your turn.
That's it.
Okay, Mulbrin, it's your turn.
If I'm shooting targets in a line,
Yes.
can I choose not to hit the last target? Like if it was like, you know? So like, can I
Yeah,
hit the
yeah.
two people, but then it doesn't hit the person that it would if it kept going?
I don't see why not.
Like I can make it
Yeah,
stop.
Malbrin's level
at
12.
this-
She probably knows the right way to do that to make that thing happen. Sure.
Awesome. Okay. I would like to move to here.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to shoot the two lizard folk. Oh no, that guy's... Is that guy? No, he's wounded. I want to shoot the two lizard folks that are making a square with Zorgar and Rurek.
Sure.
Have we made a decision on what happens with sneak attack?
I think sneak attack only applies to one of them, because otherwise it's a bit much.
Is it I choose which one of them, or is it the first?
Yeah,
or
you
the
can choose
last?
which one. That's fine.
Okay. I feel like applying it to the first one.
Sure.
So that shot is a 28.
That'll hit him. That'll hit all of them.
So they both take 9.
Okay, so that's lizard folk 2. And this lady.
And then the first one takes an additional 21.
And the first one takes an additional 21, which is that one up there.
And then I'll just bonus action another shot
Sure.
to just do the same thing. $26 to hit.
That'll do it.
Five damage to both.
5 damage to both. Okay. Okay, so Mulbrin fires off 2 shots and they just sail through the air. Kind of. The first guy kind of has to duck out of the way and sort of move, and he's off balance for the next round. And the other one gets struck squarely with them. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
New.
Okay. So it's Snake Person 3, who reaches down and undoes the blinders on the lizard thing. And Snake Person 4
Oh, no.
is gonna. He's gonna shoot Raven. Or at least attempt to. Does that work for it? Oh, well.
No.
I don't think either of them hit. And then it's the lizard. Not the lizard, the turtle lad. Aaron's up there. He's gonna go and attack Aaron. With his mace. Yeah! Wow!
Damn,
So
this kapow thing really works.
I'm guessing the 15 doesn't hit, but the 21 does hit.
Yep.
You take 17 damage from me. Gives you a good walloping. And he looks so angry. So angry. And then this lizard folk spins upside down. So this guy's gonna move here. He's gonna attack Zorgar, which he has advantage on, because the other guy is flanking him.
What a bastard.
That's 16, which doesn't hit. Then 18, which don't hit. Oh no, 24, which do hit. And he's not moved at least 20 feet. And 13, which doesn't hit. So,
Shame.
Zorgar, you suffer 24 piercing damage from that guy. It gives you a good stab, and it gets you in the shoulder. You kind of like, whoa.
Oh, I'm down then.
Are you down?
Oh shit, you're down.
Lizard folk 2 then. is gonna attack Rurak, who is also being flanked. So, So 15, which is not gonna hit. 24, which I assume will hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And a 22, which I assume also hits.
Mhm.
So, are you gonna zap him on his first attack or anything?
On the first attack.
Sure.
Yeah,
But only-
actually, will the second attack hit then? If he's pushed
no.
back?
If he
Cool.
gets knocked back, then so you suffer 15 piercing damage,
Great.
and then he's making his save, right?
How many times have I used this feature now? One sec.
This is at least the second time this session, I think.
I believe. Oh, one sec. I just made a mistake. I accidentally healed 15. What was I at before? I was at 87, I think. Sorry.
That's right.
Whatever you're at, minus 15.
Yeah. That. Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'll zap him back. I get to use it 5 times?
Yeah, I
That's
think
my
it's your
mod?
wisdom mod, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was my 3rd time using it today.
Sure. That's a strong 8 from Lizard Folk 2.
And then he's going to be taking 12 points of damage.
Lizard Folk 2 gets smashed, zapped, like, he gets a good strike on Rick, and Rick bats him with his hammer, and it's charged up, and it, like, zaps him, and he gets kind of flung into the dragon's corpse, and he's kind of just lying there. He doesn't look like he's going to get up anytime soon.
Cool.
And then Rick, it's your turn.
Off my turn. Great. Well, Zorgar's down just now, so let's
Yes.
give
I
him
can
a
get
little.
Zorgar if you want.
Well,
You do
Yeah.
more damage than me.
that's true. But I mean, like, how much healing can you do to Zorgar? Probably good to.
I can give everybody another 10 hit points again.
I can heal myself up once I'm up, but
What's the turn order? Hang on. Zorgar next, right after me, and then a little while to you. Yeah, I probably just better heal him now so that he can be ready. Is that for the?
That's fair.
He'll at least
Yeah.
get his turn if he's up.
Yeah, and then it frees you up to do whatever you want as well. That'd be good. So let's do a little, maybe 5th level. One sec.
I've just noticed in the turn order that all the kobolds have gone yellow instead of red.
They're just innocent bystanders now.
It says they're a faction.
Oh.
Oh!
Actually, I'll do it.
Oh,
at
no.
4th level.
Oh, how does it? Yeah, sure, they can say a faction.
So
That dude's kind of
it's
visible.
a
Faction
4th
of
level
kobold.
spell, but Zorgar's wearing armor, so it's going to include the extra D8.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
18 plus 5 is 23 healing to Zorgar.
Okay. You doing anything else on your turn?
All right. Yeah, that's my turn. Nope, I think that's basically me. Did I see that they're taking the things off of the basilisk?
Yeah, you would have probably seen that.
Can I recognize basilisk? Have I fought one before?
No. Are you looking at it?
No.
Okay.
Can't recognize it if I'm not looking at it, I guess.
Did they
Okay.
take the binders off of it?
Yes, one of them
Or
did.
maybe it take. Okay.
I'm pretty focused on Zorgar right now. You know, I'm
Sure.
healing him up.
Okay, that's fine.
That's my turn.
That's you.
Yeah.
All right, Zorgar, you are back awake again. You're feeling you're feeling. It's been a day.
how does this lizard folk look in front of me? Lizard folk 1, how does he look?
He's
look rough?
quite rough, yeah. You can see they're kind of exchanging looks. Him and the other one.
Okay. I'll attack lizard folk 1.
All right, go for it.
So we've got 9 and an 18.
The 18 will hit. The 9 will not.
Okay. So 30 damage.
30 damage. You slice lizard folk 1's head. You kind of sever it, and it sort of drifts over and he kind of collapses onto the ground.
Deed.
Sorted.
You do anything else in your turn?
No, that will be my turn. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Skrunk, go. What's he gonna do? How rough does Naren look?
Roughly like he's taking 22 damage.
Okay. Well, he's maybe not the brightest, so he's gonna go for you. His other bros with him, so they've got flanking.
That's not good.
These other lads are not being that much use. Skow! I missed it. Hang on. That's more like.
You should do that on every roll, because
Yeah, I
so
should,
far
yeah.
every time you've done that towards me, you've hit.
Don't
So for
encourage
25 bludgeoning damage, and he yells in your face, Gronk! The kobolds are in heated debate with one another.
We're just standing having a discussion.
They're like Naren and Zorgar basically drag on, but then what? And then they're like, what about rest of Red Juice? What if they? And they they're just sort of gesturing around and having a bit of a debate and a discussion, and then it goes to get all the gold in Morganth's house. Worth it. But what about Bama? And they're just kind of chatting. Lida, it's your turn.
Right. Give me 2 seconds. I need to count some squares. Right. So I think that's a silly idea. I'm going to cast slow.
Sure.
I think.
Who are you slowing?
Hold on, now let me read the spell right. You alter time around up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range. So. Um, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Fuck. Okay. Basilisk and ogre are just too far apart. The ogre's looking pretty heavily wounded, so I'm gonna slow the basilisk.
Sure.
And the snake people around it. And the lizard folk as well.
Alright, what have they got to do?
They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So. Wisdom. So 16 from the basilisk.
That is a fail.
That is a
DC
fail.
17.
17. Okay.
Nice.
Or did that just do a bunch? Oh, that did too many. Okay, so an 11 and a 21. For the snake lads, so only one of them wins. And then as the lizard folk as well.
Yeah, the one attacking Zorgar and Rick.
So they got a 20. So, the basilisk and one of the snake people fails.
Cool. So their speed's halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dex saving throws. Can't use reaction, and on its turn it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both.
Okay.
Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. And if it attempts to cast a spell for casting time of one action, you have to roll a d20 to see if it works, basically.
Okay, let me get
Or
this
if it happens
description
on the
up
next turn.
so that I remember. Slew.
Has the torturer joined the party?
No.
No, he just
He's
moved.
been attacking us.
I'm not saying
Being
joined
up the
our
fights.
party. I'm saying has he joined the fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not for a while.
Battering me.
Okay. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Lida?
No, that is me.
Okay. Raffin, it's your turn.
Right, we'll just keep working on the ogre, I think. So we'll do the war elemental first, and then Raffen will charge in and smack him. That's a 20, that'll hit. And that should hit as well. So 4d8 plus 8.
Sure.
It's 24.
24. Okay. So Raffin gets 2 big slams on the guy's back again. He's hunched over. He's bleeding from various wounds. It's looking a little less cheerful, a little less emboldened as he was earlier. And then that was your elemental, was it?
Yes.
So where are you
I
doing?
shall go now. Okay. Did that come up? No, it didn't. Arse, it was a bloody nat 20 as well.
Oh, that's
right.
right.
I swear the first one it went right off the thing and it was a bloody 20. Okay, so that's is that count as a nat 1 or an 8?
It counts as a nat 1 if there's an attack, so it misses.
I think it counts as a nat 20.
16, that should hit you.
Yeah.
Ten damage.
10 damage. Okay, so Raffin gets another good gut punch on his side, and the ogre's kind of wavering a bit. Gronk, sleepy. You doing anything else on your turn?
I'll move out of the way.
Sure. Okay, Muir, it's your turn.
Question: if I cast Scorching Ray and it kills somebody, can I direct the rest of the Scorching Ray to somebody else?
Yeah, because it's separate attacks. You have to roll like for each one.
Groovy. Yeah.
So I would assume so. Because I've done it so that I attack 3 different people.
Okay, groovy. Right, okay. So I would like to attack the turtle dude. Oh, man, I've never done like spell attacks before. Ugh. Oh, where is it? Sorry. Plus 11. So I'm going to attack the turtle dude. That's 22.
Yep, that'll hit him.
At 3rd level, so that's 2d6 plus. He takes 6 damage.
This is the ogre, the turtle then, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 damage.
And I do another ray. That's 24. 25. And so that's another 2d6. Another 3 damage.
Okay.
Fuck it. Last one. And another. Oh, no, don't want to do that. The last ray. So that's another 2d6 plus a d8. That's nothing. That's 9 plus, so 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, so is it like, what is it?
Oh, wait. Oh, excuse me. Hold on, sorry. I read the thing wrong. So I use when you cast a spell, oh, I get 1 last ray.
Alright.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit him, unfortunately.
Oh, wait. Alright.
Damn.
Bet me.
Okay, so Mirror raises her gauntlet up and there's this outstretched kind of ray of flame bursts out of it and slams into the turtle leg. He gets knocked kind of off balance. There's a scorch mark all down the back of his shell. His green robes are singed and pocked with holes. And then it is the lizard folks' goo. And she's gonna say something. And you know we'll do it the real way.
Oh boy.
And she's gonna disengage. She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Retreating.
6. The basilisk stays where it is. Naren, it's your turn.
This ogre is going nowhere. This ogre is going to die. So I'm just going to do my normal attacks.
Go for it.
And then also translate clan means tribe.
Clam means what? Clam is thing. It eats. I can't hear him when you're all the way over there.
Nope, that last one was not advantage. Okay.
Oh, sorry, she was slow. She shouldn't have been able to get that far. How about there?
So that's a 26, a 22, a 22, and a 12 to hit.
You're 26, you're 22, and you're 22. They'll hit. The 12, not so much.
Oh, wait, I didn't roll a second one for the Sinker's flanking, right?
Yeah, there are elements on the other side.
Oh, that's just damage. Oh, and the first recent one I rolled was also just damage. Ugh.
Get your act together, what do you like?
I'm just... There we go, there's the advantage roll. 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so it's 26, 22, 22, and 27. Now I'm rolling damage. So that's 39 damage to the ogre.
The ogre now gets a good solid 2 strikes in on him, and he just kind of looks down at the tridents and Naren in front of him, and he kind of just slumps forward and collapses in a heap.
I should say that the basilisk and the snake person are slow to get to save at the end of their turn.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, let's see. That's dead. Well, the basilisk isn't. Save him.
And at the end of my turn, can I translate that the snake person said that they're trying to retreat?
Sure. So yeah, neither of them make their saves. Mulburn, sorry, it's your turn. Why did
It'd be.
go on Muir?
Okay, so they're retreating. Well, alright, this guy doesn't get the luxury. I'm gonna shoot the torturing.
Alright.
I don't even think he was going to retreat.
26.
He's not got
Yeah.
the option though.
They'll do it.
He's dead now. Hope you had a good cry.
34 damage.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
That's
Sorry, Torty boy. Tortimer.
he falls to the ground as shell as Melbourne fires off a crossbow bolt, and it slams through his kind of shell underbelly through the robes, and he just kind of slumps onto his knees, and he slowly kills over. He whispers something in Draconic.
Could I
you say?
be right next to
What-
him here? What he
Yes, I
was
put it in the
doing?
chat.
Oh, yeah, you did. Ah, okay.
What did he say?
Just said mistress.
Is that your turn, Melbourne?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so they're gonna go. They're supposed to 1, 2, 3. So this guy puts his kind of refastens the blinders on the thing, and then goes
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh shit, time to go.
That guy goes 1, 2, 3.
What if we adopted the basilisk? New
Yes.
bingo!
Called
Yes.
it Kevin.
You can be like
Bingo
the
of
trap.
death.
Oh,
Yeah.
instead of the catapult that fires you off the ship, you can have a trapdoor that drops you with the basilisk.
Don't try to learn how to
correct.
make this one, please.
It is your turn.
Oh, it's my go.
You'll have to walk it. Clean up after it.
So sorry, they put the blinders back on the basilisk.
Yeah.
Do we let him go?
Prefer not to.
He can't see.
I think
He's slow, so he's easier to hit now. And so is another snake
How about the two
person.
snake people?
The
you
snake
want them to
people is the one I want there. The basilisk is fine.
All right, fair enough. Let's step here. No,
Also-
let's step over here.
Oh, maybe.
I'll cast.
Dude,
Don't
careful.
get that close.
I'll cast Thunderstep,
Okay.
and I'll teleport right there.
You're not leaving.
Denied.
All right.
So-
Hey, Molo.
Hey, Molo, what's going? One second, I need to bring up Thunderstep. So Thunderstep's a 3rd level, so I'll cast it at 3rd. I'm going to do 3d10 to the basilisk and the lizard folk. They have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Cool.
So a 5 and a 21.
Looks like the basilisk fails and the lizard folk makes it. So 12 to the basilisk, 6 to the lizard folk.
Okay.
And then I appear in front of the snake people, and I'm just gonna be like, you know, kind of just maybe hands on hammer, just be like, no, you're not going. No, you're not leaving.
Sure.
Yeah.
Zorgar, your turn.
This is maybe how we die.
I will.
Oh, also the basilisk and lizard folk got pushed back 10 feet. Sorry, I should say that.
Okay.
No, it's thunder damage. That doesn't happen. It's thunder damage.
Okay.
I will go up to the lizard folk guy and breathe fire in his face
Sure. What you gonna
in
do?
front of the making sure that all the kobolds can see me.
Sure. Okay.
Showing up.
Nice.
Oh
Does
my
that,
god.
does that reach the basilisk as well?
Probably,
I
yeah.
don't know how large your cone is.
I think it's 15 feet.
Foot?
Is it 30? Whoa.
15. No, I don't
It's
know.
not 30.
I think it's 15.
Also, Zorgar's is a line. Mine's a cone.
Great.
Oh yeah, because he's like shiny.
He's bronze.
Yeah.
Or, not bronze. Is it bronze?
That means
Yeah, I
Bronze,
think
yeah.
so.
they're gonna worship Zorgar, not Naren.
I mean, as long as they're not worshipping a dragon, it's all good.
You guys kind of are dragons in a way.
Yeah. Plus,
You saying you're
Zorgar
not
can
dragons?
then get their place sacked and they won't worship him anymore.
Right.
Fine.
What do they have to do, Zorgar?
Hold on, let me check. I'm going to check on D&D Beyond because I don't know how to use this as well.
I guess there's probably a dex save.
I think it is a dex save, but I'm just going to check. Where would it be in abilities? Would it be in skills?
Actions, probably.
Actions. Okay. Oh no, Matt was right. It is 30-foot range.
Whoa.
Damn. Oh, because it's in a line. That's a damn long breath.
It's a dex save of 15. They have to
Save of
get.
15.
They have to roll 15 to pass the check. And then it's 4d6.
Okay, so a strong 3 from the lizard folk. With slow. And a -1 from the basilisk. So yeah, you hit them real good.
And also with my bonus action, I will attack to get. Can I use my bonus action to attack? Because I know I can when I'm normally attacking.
You can use a
And
bonus
use it as
action
attack.
if you use your action to attack. You can't just make a
Oh,
bonus
right,
action
right, right.
attack.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's me then.
This poor basilisk got the fucking blinders taken off of it, saw what was happening, got the blinders put back on it, got slowed, and then got fucking roasted.
Fucking flames.
This basilisk doesn't have a
And
fucking clue what's going on.
So the
And
kobolds are just
electrocuted.
watching that, and they're like, so they watch as Zorgar kind of walks forward on somewhat weakened, unsteady feet, and just unleashes this big kind of pillar of a horizontal pillar. Is there a word for that? A cylinder, a horizontal pillar of flame erupts from his a beam of flame erupts from his mouth,
Got
and the
that.
kobolds just like, and then look at each other. Lita, it's your turn.
I'm going to pyre blast the basilisk.
Sure.
He really is
Oh,
getting
so we're not
roasted
keeping
here.
this attack.
And I'll try and look cool like Zorgar and pretend like I'm breathing it out.
Okay, sure.
We're having roasted basilisk for dinner tonight, lads.
It's a
Oh,
ranged
we had
spell
that
attack.
last night though. Oh, like the chips.
Watch me miss. Oh wait, no. That's 24.
Yep, they'll hit.
Nailed it.
So it's 2d12.
Very nice.
Nice. 22 plus
Oh,
5
damn.
is 27.
Nice.
The Lita cooks the basilisk to a crisp.
Sure.
I look to see if the kobolds are impressed with me.
They're give us a performance check.
Oh yeah. $19 plus
Half
3.
plus 6.
Oh well, even more.
Whoa.
I put on a show.
Sure. So Lita,
Right.
she's Lita's a big sister. She's learned magic tricks for to impress impressionable minds, and she kind of wheels her staff around in front of her face and just kind of does a dramatic and like flicks a bit out of it, and she's giving it all the head movement, and it jets across the room and slams into the basilisk, and it just kind of erupts over it, and it just fries. The back pops open like a cooked sausage, and it slides to the ground.
Oh,
That's
Most of the
That's cool.
That
kobolds,
was
much.
graphic, Jake.
Damn.
most of the kobolds are looking at. They're like kind of watching Zorgar like this, and then they kind of all go like that as Lita's
half
spell.
in power.
fires over the map. Is that your turn, Lita?
Yep.
Okay. Raffen, it's your turn.
Who's ringing the doorbell?
We've got pizza coming.
Ah, that'll be your pizza.
They did that.
Raffen, what are you doing?
What happened with the basilisk? Was he dead or is he just
He is now
He's
dead.
dead.
toasted? He's dead, yeah. I thought he was dead. But I just
Very
didn't see.
dead.
popped open like a sausage.
I guess, how far away am I from... Zorgar, how's your lizard folk?
I don't know. Is he looking rough, Jake?
Quite rough, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty rough.
And they're 5 foot a square. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to work out if I can get to... I think I can get... Raffen could get to the... In fact, yeah, we'll just head for the lizard folk.
Yeah, just get
Good.
dead.
So I don't think we'll get to the other ones. And the water elephant will do that too.
Okay. So
Can he get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
can get to there. Am I reckoning?
Is that enough to be able to smack?
Yeah,
lizard folk?
they can smack from there.
Right, this is Raffen first.
So you got advantage from flanking, remember?
Flankenzy. So that 19 will hit. Oh, and that'll hit too. So 4d8 plus 8. $28.
28. So... Okay. And then your elemental?
Yes, my elemental. Thirteen's not going to hit. But nat 20 will.
Yep.
Nice.
So what happens with the nat 20 again, Jake? Is
You
it
double the dice.
double the dice? So is it 4d8 plus 4 then, or 4d8 plus 8?
It's 8d8 plus 4.
8d8 plus 4?
Yeah, because you double the dice.
You did double.
Yeah, but I missed with the first attack.
How
Oh.
much dice does your one attack do?
2d8 plus 4.
Then it's 4d8 plus 4.
Okay, well it's 22 then.
22. Okay, so Krafen and his water elemental, they both surge along the ground from where they were, and as they approach this lizard folk, they merge into the same form and they deliver a mighty uppercut, and it knocks her straight into the air, and kind of she lands on her back and is twitching and not moving.
You've killed her.
Muir, it's your turn.
I would like to yell surrender at the two snake people and throw a rock at one of them.
Sure.
So they need to make a... Oh, they're probably pretty dexterous. Dex saving throw.
Okay. A 4 and a 21.
Whee! Okay, so... Oh, it's only one of them that needs to do it.
Oh. Sorry. Okay, well, the 4 then.
Alright, okay, so they take 5d8 rock damage.
Twenty-eight.
28! Ooh.
Okay, and you're asking them to surrender?
Yep.
Okay, give us an intimidation check.
Do I get advantage because the wreck's in front of them and I flat one of them with a rock?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And the basilisk
Yeah.
looks like a sausage.
Ooh, net 20.
Oh, whoa.
And plus 2, so 22.
22. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's him. So they kind of... Samir picks up a loose rock and wheeks it, and it flies through the air and cracks one of them on the back of his kind of cobra head, and he kind of whips around, and they're kind of both standing there, and they look at... well, one of them's kind of slithering there, and they kind of look around, and then they slowly raise their hands.
Yay.
Oh, great.
Hey!
Hooray!
I mean, isn't retreating kind of surrendering in itself? And we were like, you can't, you're not allowed to run away.
I assume there's more people where they came from.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just stopping the second wave of attacks. You know?
Yeah. Who's in the cave?
Don't fuck with us.
So you guys are momentarily, at least, in a sort of a calm. You're not in a combat scenario for the first time in 3 weeks. What do you guys want to do?
Hey.
Like, fuck.
Can I quickly go over to my dude and get him
Sure.
out of his cage?
Good diplomacy, everyone. Good job.
You can
Nice.
also help that this, what is she, like a lord lady?
Yeah.
Lady?
Mm.
I'll set her
Milady.
free from her cage too.
Sure. So the cages are both locked.
Mulbrin!
I was going to use some foot power. How strong do these cages look?
The locks are pretty sturdy.
You know-
They're like iron cages.
Yeah, well done.
The kids.
You go over like I'm gonna be a hero.
This looks stronger than my foot.
What are we doing with the snake people? I'm going to point them towards the cages and just escort them up
let's
there.
Put them in the cages and question them.
Alright.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna return in just one moment.
Do you know if the people in the cages need healing, Matt?
I know that they don't look so good. Their clothing is a bit tattered.
Okay.
But I also know there's supposed to be one more of them, and he isn't here, which is quite upsetting.
Right, okay. Are these all your legionaries?
Not the high-class lady. She's not in armor.
Okay.
I can hear the distant barks of a dog. And our noisy neighbours.
And the wailing
He's
of
outside. I can hear him.
Yeah.
We had our delivery, but they missed out on the ice cream. I had to give them.
Oh no!
I
Shite.
had to give them the good old. Hey
I had
guys,
to be a Karen.
you know, order my ice. Where's my ice cream? Yeah.
So they're gonna come
What'd
back
you
with
order?
ice cream, or
Yeah. I called the manager and he said they were gonna come have someone deliver it. So I ain't missing out on free ice cream.
That guy's gonna hate you
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't have fucked up then.
when he's gonna spit in your ice
Patrick,
cream,
you're
mate.
such a Karen.
You've even got the haircut, I'm sorry, but.
Yeah, you're right. You hear that now? Izzy doesn't like your haircut.
Hey, we probably do.
Aye. Hey, you know, we resolved the situation in D&D in a pretty controlled manner.
I'm murdering half of them.
Oh, you know.
Oh, I mean, what else are we gonna do? We
Your
didn't kill the
ice always
kobolds.
good.
Yeah,
The
that
kobolds are
was a good
alive.
outcome.
Yeah, it was
Hello.
a good time. Hello.
What is your guys' plan?
I will
Putting
Tools
the,
the locks.
cages.
All right.
putting the snake people into the cages as well.
All right. Give us a couple of thieves' tools checks then, Morgan.
Who will
How many?
Well, there's two. Are you putting them in separate cages from the people you're rescuing from the cage, or are you putting them in the same cage after you've rescued them?
Same cages.
Then two.
17 and a 20.
Yeah, Malbrin. So Naren walks over and, they look a bit big, and then Malbrin comes over and unrolls her thieves' tools and just starts kind of puts like this
Actually-
weird dentist tool in there. Sorry, actually.
Yeah, I was
So
going to say.
they're both 23s.
Sure, okay. Well, yeah, so Malbrin puts an even nicer dentist tool sort of looking thing inside of the lock and just kind of gives a wiggle, and it springs open. And the other one is similarly just she just kind of presses down on it and makes this kind of weird gesture with her hands, that like a weird bend that with that I don't know how I would even make that bend, and she's got it pressed down like this and then uses her thumb to twist the thing and it pops open, and you're able to retrieve the two people from the cages. So there's one is a red dragonborn, and he looks super emaciated. He's still wearing the uniform of the 8th Legion, but he is, it's tattered and ripped and caked in mud. And the other is a nobleman sort of looking figure. She's wearing a tattered blue dress. Long black hair, a bit matted and nasty now. You're able to feed the two snake men into the cage, and they'll sit there as you lock them in. And the red dragonborn kind of looks you up and down and says, Commander.
Yes, you're right.
He nods. It doesn't look super. He doesn't look like. He give us a insight check.
He needs some milk.
He was one of the two guys I sent off up the river, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eats his milk.
Sorry, what kind of check was I making again?
An insight check, please.
17.
17. He seems to be regarding you somewhat warily.
Can I ask him what happened to... there were two of you. I tried to come for the two of you, but one of the snake men told me you'd both perished already.
Yes. My companion, she ate him.
I'm sorry to hear that. We'll have a funeral whenever we get to safe grounds. And I'll go and ask Rurak to true sight this boy.
Alright.
Good
Well,
plan.
To be on the safe side.
I'm escorting the snake folk up the
They're already in.
side here. They're already in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
we're not using the map anymore because
Yeah.
everything's done.
Cool.
Oh,
Well,
so-
I'll go ahead and heal the legionary and the noble lady.
Sure.
They're both like in term they're like commoners, kind of, right? They're I guess legionary has a bit more hit points.
Yeah.
But would a first level cover them both? Or
Yeah, definitely. Like it's they're not so much injured. They're just kind of malnourished.
Right. Well, I'll do cure wounds on them,
Sure.
and I'll take him over with Fraffin as well because Fraffin's good with salves and berries and all those kind of things, and we'll tend to them.
Sure.
You true sight them, yeah?
Indeed.
Nice. Yeah. How true sight? I think it's a pretty expensive spell that I might not have. Let me check.
Is it? Can I chat to the kobolds?
Yeah, they kind of like as you once you have the snake lads in the cage, they kind of like they pad over reasonably quickly, and they're like, hi.
Hi there. It's been a long time since we last saw each other.
So you killed Morganth?
Yes.
That's not very nice, but we forgive you.
Morganth started it?
Yeah, okay, she probably did.
She better boat.
But what?
We have ship. Anyway.
Oh, big wooden leaf.
remember Get.
Big wood leaf.
Yeah.
Goes
yeah,
down, floats
big
down,
fishing
blah, blah,
leaf.
blah.
Yeah. You remember Gek, right?
They all look at the one with the sling, and the one with the sling kind of looks back at them.
What'd you do?
Yeah, we remember Gek, yeah. Why?
Well, what happened there?
Nothing. Gek is, in back with the rest of... See, that's why we came over. So,
See,
So-
I don't think that's true. I ran into Gek a few weeks ago.
must be different Gek. Gek is in back.
Well, same Gek. I met Gek. Last time
No,
we saw.
look, so listen. So we came over
Where is
because
Gek?
we came over because so we happy to make a deal. You know, we share a little bit of Morganth's money with you. But
No.
but see, we know all of other Red Tooth tribe still in the cave. we a little worried about what some Watchers and Iron Scars going to do. Also, meat clubs.
We'll help you out with this predicament for all of the gold minus your cut. We will share some of our gold with you.
Oh, that sounds great. So we take Hoard, and you also pay us gold, and then you save rest of.
Hoard is our gold.
Nah, Hoard is Morganth's, and Morganth is dead. And Morganth said that if Morganth died, all gold belonged to Casbaz and Redtooth. I mean, just Redtooths.
I don't believe you. And also,
tell them that, you know, if they join us, then it's all our gold. Hint, hint.
If you join
What's she
us,
saying?
If you join us, the gold is ours. So if you join us, gold is also yours.
I'm gonna start raking through the pile for some magic items.
I don't understand what. Sounds like they pay us all gold, so I think we should say yes. Worried about Bella and rest of them. You think Hask is
Tell
dead
them there's
now.
also tasty
Moke
food.
is also
additional.
The power.
Grunk, not moving. So you think? I mean, maybe they're okay right now. So maybe we can spend more time negotiating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Additional cost.
Yeah.
Additional cost. You tell the truth about Gek.
Gek is in. Okay, so here.
Why? I don't understand why we need to know this, because we know that they're not telling
Gek
the
is
truth.
clearly hurt, and Gek is my friend.
Here is thing. Okay, so we have chat. Very happy to have you all join Redtooth Tribe. Very esteemed. Is how to say? Esteemed, very esteemed tribe, Redtooths. You seem strong enough to fit in. You know, you're gonna have to pull weight. But we need to test. First test. We need to go and get rest of Redtooth Tribe, because some Watchers and Iron Scars and Meat Clubs might hurt them. Because we didn't. They told us to hurt you, and we was nice enough not to. And we worried they might go take that out on other Redtooths.
Counter proposal. We're not asking to join your tribe.
Yes, you is.
You to join ours.
No, we is asking you to join ours.
Notice the name.
What's going on? What? Gek is lovely name. I'm sure Gek in back is going to be real happy.
Gek's not in the back.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's on the
Yeah,
leaf.
he is.
He's on the big wooden leaf.
No.
My big wooden leaf.
No.
I mean, if you don't join Red Gek Tribe, we don't protect you. You get no hoard, no gold. We're not joining your
Okay. Smart. So if we tell truth, you come help save Redtooth.
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah.
And Casbaz is doing most of the negotiating here. And he taps with the one that tried to sling Naren on the shoulder. He said, "This Toma? You remember Toma? From when you killed other dragon? And Redtooth was nice enough to let you take the hoard?
We didn't get any of that hoard.
But you take it away from Redtooth, so."
Sure, Redtooth, who didn't know it was there.
This Toma, Gek, Eggman, Toma, Gek, Big Egg.
Is there a word for father in Draconic?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, yes, that Toma. But Gek was too small. We didn't think Gek was really going. We didn't think Gek was really going live too long. So we thought we maybe would. He was going to slow us down. Morganth said leave him behind, so we left him behind.
He's a runt.
No.
We will agree to help the rest of your tribe, and we will take it from there. We are not promising you any gold currently.
But you was a minute ago.
Yeah. However, now your fate is in Gek's hands.
And they all look at each other. They're like, and they all look at Toma, and Toma's like, alright. And Casbah's kind of, what do you think Gek going to do?
I don't know.
You think Gek, you think Gek is Gek angry? Does he think too much about things? It's all in before, right?
Yeah, it's all in the past. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, great.
Maybe if you
Okay.
apologize to him.
Let's save your tribe.
Oh yeah.
We'll transport the gold out of here, so that if you join our tribe, you know, money's good to go, because you don't want to leave it here, do you? When Morganth's done, Morganth might have other friend who comes and attacks.
Who?
I don't know. Did you
Why
know
so?
about
Why
Morganth?
no. But we spoke to Morgan. Morgan very very sad, very angry with you. You know.
That's because you told Morganth.
Eyes
about
was
us.
leaking. What? No, she found out already.
From who?
No one.
Can I insult check?
Yeah, sure, yeah. He like as soon as you ask him, he's like, he definitely looks like he knows something, but he's not saying.
I'll pick up a couple pieces of gold. You tell me these are yours.
Okay, what's Casbah's? She was gonna eat me. She was gonna eat me. Nom nom nom. Didn't tell much. Just said, Moor, Naren, Zorgar. And then she said, help. And we said, okay. And then we hear, but then we got here and there were, there are iron scars and some watchers and meat clubs. They all very mean to red tooths. Just because we small.
Is there a beholder here? Is that what you just said?
A what?
Repeat. Who
A
else is
watcher?
here?
That's Sun
Iron scars. And he points to the lizard folk corpse. Sun Watcher, and he points to one of the snake guys in the cages. Meat clubs,
Okay.
and he points to the ogre.
Ah, boy. How many more?
Not sure.
More than
One.
in this room?
1, 2, it's many.
I know you can't count past 3.
Yeah, more than 3.
Okay.
So,
keep my eyes on them and make sure they're not pinching anything.
they're kind of, they're milling about, they're like, one of them sits down and he's spreading his arms, and then you can hear a sort of a tinkling noise every now and then.
Can I kneel down?
Sorry, who's doing what?
Can I? Yeah, so can I kneel down and offer a friendly handshake to all of them?
Yeah,
Friend.
they take they take it with both hands and like, okay. So what do now?
So,
Should we go speak to that lady?
Yeah, let's find out who that lady is.
I'm searching for magic items. I'm also
Okay.
going to send a message back to my
Me
sister.
too.
All right,
Me too.
give us an
Item
investigation check.
split. 24.
Oh, does this help from my thingy? My goggles.
Yeah, probably yeah.
Can I search for diamonds?
Sure, yeah.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 21.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my investigation is just a straight roll. Alright.
I'm sending a
Minus
message
+2.
back to my sister to say that we're
No.
alive and the dragon is dead, and to tell the crew that that's happened.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, I'll pass that on. Yeah. The mast's still quite broken. Someone's downstairs. They got a big nasty splinter.
Is everyone up? Everyone alive? Everyone okay?
Yeah. I think some of the soldier lands. I don't know how they're doing. But everyone's. Yeah. There's. I think the townsfolk might be poking around. We heard some
Shit.
noises. Obviously, she kind of came out of nowhere. So don't know if you have any guidance as to what we should do if we have to speak to them, because I feel like someone's going to come and ask a question soon.
Naren.
Oh yeah, can I get on the sending stone back to Farrell?
Sure.
Hey Farrell, how's it going? Dragon's dead? You all good?
Yeah, we're okay. So Nala's downstairs. She's got a nasty thing going on in her splinter in her guts. We got it out. There's quite a lot of blood. Not sure if she's gonna be okay. We'll see.
Okay.
Mast quite broken. We can't lift it up to try and fix it. I don't even know if that's gonna be possible. We could kind of bind it with a rope maybe. But we don't have enough. I'm not sure we have enough people. We haven't really tried to do it. We're mostly trying to take care of folk right now.
That's fine. Take care of folk. We might need Gek and any of the troops who are good to go upriver towards us. We need to shift this gold out of here and get out of town as quickly as possible.
Okay. The big lab Hoard, he just ran off. I don't know where he is. He said something about finding you guys. He said something about being guard captain, and the Green Dragon killing all his friends, and then he's Muir's guard. I don't know.
Okay, we'll worry about him in a bit.
Okay.
For now, just make sure everyone's okay. I'll try and get Rurik back to you to heal up Nala.
Sure.
Yeah, we have to shift this gold and repair the ship and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Okay. Sure, I'll get on that. So you want Gek and the rest of them, the soldiers up to where should they go?
Follow the river up to the big lake.
Okay.
And just hold position in the tree line out of sight.
I'll let them know. And the storm runs edges. So Litter got a 24, Malborn got a 21, is that right?
Yeah.
And Red got an 18. So, Litter, you find a book. A book with a heavy book with stone pages.
Whoa.
Malborn, you find a ring. And Raffen, not Raffen, Burak, you're looking for diamonds, right?
Mm-hmm.
You find about 400 gold worth of diamonds. Kind of pick
Hell
through for a
yeah.
couple minutes.
All right,
Nice.
great. I'll add that to the inventory.
So what is your guys' plan? What are you going to do? We're probably not going to play for that much longer.
Can I do a rough guesstimate about how much valuable stuff I think is here?
Sure. Give us an intelligence check.
$16.
16. So looking at it, kind of poking through for a bit, you're like, well, most of this is silver and copper. There's a good couple of 100,000 coins here, maybe. Most of it's silver and copper. You find a good chunk of gold and platinum, but most of it is kind of silver and copper. That's kind of like, it's sort of arranged so that the further you dig in, the more like copper seems to form a sort of like an inner kind of pile, and then silver is kind of mingling over the top of that, and then gold and platinum is strewn over the top of that. So it looks more impressive than it actually is, in a lot of respects. But you're like, there's probably 20 or 30,000 gold's worth of stuff in here.
Ooh,
Right, how are we getting it out? Because if we go down that tunnel, there's going to be more enemies.
Yeah, we need to clear the path of enemies, and then the troops. There's a good number of them, so hopefully we should be able to ship into
have
the ship.
2 people that can move water, so we could technically bring it out through the water bit and not interact with any enemies.
That's probably the best plan.
Maybe.
we
It
need to
might
get
be
the
a bit
rest of the
slower,
kobolds
though.
out though.
Should we send a
Also
scout
that-
into the cave just to make sure? Because it
Maybe.
could be full of enemies, or it could not.
I mean, it definitely is. The kobold said there was other people.
However, the
Not necessarily in
kobolds
the cave, though.
can't pass 3, so it'll be good to know how many. Because if there's only like 6 of them, we can just charge and take it. But if there's like 30 or 50 of them, probably the water plan.
Do we know where the cave even comes out?
Yes, behind the waterfall.
Also, how long is this cave system? Because if it could be longer than what the water thing is.
How functional is the walrus right now?
Not very. That's why I need you
Not.
and Harafin to get back to the ship as well, so you can heal up Nala and Harafin can fix the ship. Hopefully with some mad bullshit tree stuff.
I'm just thinking, there's a waterfall. Can we control water the waterfall, maybe, for a little bit to just like, make a little opening so we can just take it from the cave straight to the ship?
The ship can't make it that far upriver.
So what's the plan when we get to the ship with the money?
Like I said, mad bullshit tree stuff to hopefully fix up the mast good enough to at least sail at half speed.
Also, how are we actually getting the gold to the ship? Like, do we have equipment to do that?
I mean, there's hopefully some chests lying about here, and there's sacks on board the ship, so sacks and chests.
It's going to take a long time.
Well,
Yeah.
That's a lot of soldiers, to be fair.
in order to get the money out, we need a functioning ship. So I would suggest that we have a functioning ship, bring it here, load all the money on, leave.
We can't bring it here even if the ship is 100% functional.
Oh, really?
The river's not big enough.
Because if it was big enough, the ship would have already been up here.
Right.
My ship is too big.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any
What is
rowboats?
What is this?
Yeah. Got any dinghies or anything?
Jake, do I have a rowboat? It seems like it would be handy for smuggling.
What
but
level's
it's
your
never
stronghold?
been mentioned in the past. 2.
You probably have 1 rowboat, yeah. Because it does seem like it would be handy for smuggling.
Yeah.
But it's like
Probably the
a,
best option then.
it's like one, like it doesn't like have to, like you have to like pick it up and carry it up the stairs, and it's like moving a sofa every time you want to get it out. But you have one.
Well,
Cool.
so we need a way to get the troops in so that the troops can help move the money, right?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I think it's
say
best
we send
if
a
we
scout
send
into the cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, the other option
Why
is
not?
if there's too many, we can collapse this cave in and just go out the waterway.
There's also the hole in the roof.
Yeah, if
Like,
we could
so
make it, if we
long.
had more time, we could have made like a pulley system or something. But I don't think we have enough time to do that. If there's townspeople on the way.
Well, yeah, the village people will absolutely notify Rail, so we'll have Rail troops inbound.
They'll
in
be
the
down
next
the
couple
YMCA.
days.
Yeah.
How much, like, he says 20 or 30,000 gold's worth of stuff?
Yeah,
What kind of weight are we talking?
heavy.
Yeah, because like how much weight can the ship hold?
How much can go in the bag of holding?
Well, I'm just wondering if, like, because if it was a matter of we could stick some into bags of holding and or I could carry it, I could turn into something big and somebody could make me bigger and I could carry it out or fly it out.
Yeah, we could use
Honestly,
the
I
bag of
think
holding as a
between, like-
transfer thing. Like, put it in the bag of holding, take it to the ship, empty it, take the bag of holding back if we don't have enough stuff. Because the bag of holding could carry a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think between the bag of holding, or the 2 bags of holding we have, apart from potentially shifting stuff, the rowboat, and all the soldiers carrying something, I don't think it would take more than a day.
Yeah, probably not.
We just need to clear out the path.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if Morganth sneaks around and sees what that be.
Well, I mean, how long does the water spell like work for? How long does it
Control
last?
water?
Yeah, because it's
Maybe
really
10
short.
minutes.
Okay.
It's
And
got
if
that
a
mad
real way of
rebound though,
moving.
so we'd have to go like down and up.
Yeah. Control water lasts concentration up to 10 minutes, so...
Okay,
No.
so that's last ditch plan.
Yeah, I have up to 6 charges of that, but that uses all my 4th to 6th level spells.
And
Actually,
that's only
technically,
like an hour.
I have 7 charges.
The noblewoman stands up and walks over.
Oh yeah, no one.
Hello.
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 Hello. I don't believe we've met before. My name is Lady Alexandra Holt. I'm the Lady of Holt Manor. Nice to make your
Have I heard that
acquaintance.
name before?
Give us a history check.
History. 28.
You've heard of a Sir Holt from when you guys were kind of based out of Rel? He's like a knight. That's the only kind of prominence
Okay.
name you've heard.
Okay.
I mean,
What
I'm
are you
glad
doing in that cage?
Well, the beast is, she was a schemer, I believe. She captured me and was trying to turn me into some sort of pawn in the nobility for her. Now, I am most grateful for your timely arrival and my rescue, but I am afraid that you are exiles on Relic Land attempting to depart with quite a copious amount of wealth that is on
I think you've mistaken who
land.
we are.
I think you should reevaluate your situation.
No. We are not the people you think we are. We're wearing disguises.
You are Naren Markex, Sir
No.
Zorgar Markex, the Knight of Justice and Protection, I do believe. Master
And your
Rurik.
savior. Yeah.
Rakshish.
Okay. Yeah, I should shush. You're right. Come
Now,
on.
it strikes me that you are in some sort of predicament about how best to negotiate the safe departure of this wealth, yes?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Now, were I to inform the Baron who it was that slew the beast and made off with its sword, I dare say life might become rather difficult for you, wouldn't you say?
That's true.
What?
So you're
How
going
difficult would it be, though?
But I mean, it's difficult if you tell her.
Yes.
Is it, though? We're already not allowed in rail anyway. It's not like we're going to come back.
But now we've robbed Ren.
Let's hear her out. I mean, it's going to be a
No, we
terrible
killed
lot
the
for her to
dragon
hear
on their
out.
land. One that
We-
fucked with us first.
We got a jail out of free card for doing this shit.
Be that as it may,
This
Lady Rail
dragon
is...
killed loads of people in rail.
Lady Rail
You
is...
just saved towns and towns and towns from dragon attacks.
How many dragon attacks have there been?
I don't know. You tell
At
me.
least one.
Too many.
And that was a
apparently.
whole village.
There has been
And that
one.
is more than... Yeah, too many.
It is too many, I would agree.
What do you think? Where'd you think they got this gold from? Anyway, continue. What's your
As I was saying, Lady Rel is known to hold a grudge, wouldn't you say? And that is to say nothing for any other interested parties that might be coming much more interested in you after they discover you're in possession of rather a sizable sum of money.
What do you want?
Half.
Half.
All right, Karen.
What the fuck are we
Listen,
giving half?
So here's the situation. You're trapped in a cage in a green dragon's lair. You got no hope for escape, no hope to live on, see the rest of your days, no hope to go home ever. And then this group comes along riding on a dragon, comes up through the pond, they die, they come back to life, they slay everybody in the cave, and then you come along and you're expecting half the
Give you
gold
food.
for sitting in the cage and getting your life saved. I don't think so.
Isn't it just a lot cheaper to kill you as well?
I would say so, but I
We're
certainly
not
like
gonna
to think
think murder,
that
the
but
situation.
Half of this party have very loose morals, lady. You should be very careful.
If we kill you, they're not going to know that it wasn't a dragon.
Oh,
I
Zorgar,
expect-
come on.
justice.
Is that not rather against the code, Sir Knight? Will you not be
You haven't-
smoked from the heavens for even
Point.
contemplating such a thing?
I also think it's against justice to be blackmailed as well, but here we are. Lady.
I do not
Wouldn't it be
serve.
more interesting? Lady! Wouldn't it be more interesting if the word got out that you took a bribe from a band of notorious band adventurers in Rel? I think that would do terrible things to your reputation.
I cast.
Where
I
did you
think
get all
you
this money
I
from?
think
I
you. I
wonder.
think you rather overstate your reputation that you would be believed over me.
Shit,
cast
you
Soul
weren't
Retriever.
like
Oh yeah, I just got all this gold and weird shit from ages past, just kind of. Cause?
Listen, we could just put you back in a cage. We don't even have to kill you. We could just put you back in a cage.
No, we can't put her back in a cage because in a few days, Rel troops will rock up and come into the cave, and once we've killed everything and find
You
them.
should listen
And
to
then
him. He's
left
rather
by
smart.
then.
We could just
But
leave
I
you,
vote
you'd
we
probably
kill her.
die in this forest. I thought we,
I mean, she's not really giving us any reason to not kill her.
You
To be
haven't
honest.
really given me an opportunity, have you?
yeah.
Well, go on
Oh,
then.
give you plenty. But go on.
The situation, as I see it, you are a band of exiles. You arrived
You're
on
a rude
a
bitch.
ship, sailed up past Hearthglen. You think Hearthglen's people will not have noticed, especially when a green dragon strikes your ship out of the blue in broad daylight? There'll be questions being asked, and they will all come back to you. I can make that go away.
To
Can
be
you get
honest,
rid of our exile? Oh, well.
Oh.
Zargar's checked out.
Oh, he's away. He's busy.
Yeah, I heard them leave his room there too.
his PC blue screen.
Oh no.
oh shit.
His PC.
Oh, dear.
It's my PC that is blue screen.
Mate, he was the one using it.
Oh, rogues.
To be honest, I'm quite used to having lots of eyes on us lately. You know, we've got tracked by assassins and all sorts. So, it's not really much of a
Few
problem.
Hold
literal
on, hold
gods
on, hold
after.
on.
Yeah.
10%.
Is it you're going to keep words off of us, or you can get rid of our exile?
All I can promise is that Baron Rel will not find out who it was that slew the dragon.
10%.
So you're willing
No,
to
kinda
put your
like
life
the
on it?
idea
Because
she
to be
knows.
honest, I'm not going to hold my mates back when they go for you. You have been
I
very
gotta
bold.
say,
Go on, Muir.
I feel like her knowing we slew a dragon in her territory would probably get us bonus points, if anything.
How much money do you think is in here?
That's
I
none of
don't
your
know.
concern.
And the
They're
money is
part of
from
your concern.
Rel. Like,
Yes.
it's not
Exactly.
our money,
Should
it's
we-
Rel's money.
Should remain in the barony, should it not?
10% is the final offer. The other alternative is
20.
your life. I said 10 was final.
Now,
kinda like
you're the
her.
captain.
The negotiator is in.
Nautilus, back me up here.
None is like, what? What are you trying to do?
You would be lucky
10%.
enough to escape with your life. I don't understand how you think you have any sort of high ground over us here.
I'm
It
merely trying to
baffles me,
appeal
to
to
be
your
honest.
practicality.
Also, how do we know you'll stick to your word?
Also that.
And
Jake,
not just
I'd like
take
to-
the money and betray us.
I would like to cast Stone of Truth on her, and
Sure.
then
What's she gonna do?
I think she has to make a charisma save. I can't bring up. It's one of those spells I always have prepared, but
Is that a
Okay.
charisma or
Well,
wisdom?
I think
Oh
she
boy.
saves.
Yep,
She
net
says
20.
that will hardly be necessary.
Okay, can you blame us?
Oh, I do not
I
blame
mean,
you
if
at
you're
all.
telling the truth, you should just agree to the zone of truth.
Exactly.
you just made your case worse for yourself. And you keep doing it. You keep digging yourself a bigger and bigger hole, and I don't understand what you're doing. Take a minute to think.
Could have let
Why don't you
I don't
take a
understand
moment to
how you
think?
don't
Thank you,
understand it.
Gus.
It's pretty reasonable what she's saying, to be honest.
Consider your position here.
Yes.
You have to-
10%.
Let's leave the money out of it for a moment. The situation you are currently faced with is transporting an entire dragon's hoard out of this cave system, which is manned by numerous enemies. Snake men, lizard folk, ogres, basilisks. Well, you've killed that one, actually. How long is it going to take you to transport this?
I don't
If you
know.
succeed in retrieving
Smuggle.
it from the cave system, you then have to get it onto your vessel, which has been sighted outside of Hearthland, being attacked by a green dragon, whose corpse they will find here when they come to investigate, and its hoard missing. That ship is notably belonging to you, is it not? Scalar design?
Perhaps, but the ship. Maybe, but still. The ship could be any number of ships. It's a
I have a
smuggler ship.
question. I have a question.
I'd love to hear it if you
That's
speak
Morgan.
reason.
How do you know this, and what's your plan for getting it out?
How do you know this?
I hear many things. I heard the kobolds coming in and explaining to the green lady that the ship had been spotted again, and it was Naren and Zorgar. And then she took off.
Mocking kobolds.
So you speak Draconic then?
If you succeed in transporting this hoard onto your vessel, how long is it going to take you? Will you be
I
able to
don't
do
trust
it?
this lady anymore.
Will you be able to do it before Sir Ingram arrives?
I don't like her.
He
She
is
resists
4
the
hours
zone of
away by
truth.
horse. Already word will be travelling to him.
You can guarantee that he won't get here and discover us, nor any other Rel people, and that we will manage to get back across the border with the Hoard?
What is she on about? There's a dude 4 out. How long was she trapped in here?
I think she
This
just
lair
knows where
Is
people are
outside of
based.
Hearthglen, correct.
Sure.
Hearthglen is under the
How
jurisdiction
would
of
you-
Blackmoor Castle, which is lorded over by
How would-
Sir
how would
Ingram,
you-
who has been champing at the bit to come and slay you.
Like, guys, she's not trying to trick us.
Right, chill.
She's trying to get the money. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
No, but she's being a bitch.
10%.
With Lauren.
How much money did Muir think there was here?
20 to 30.
20 or 30 grand.
And how much were we hoping for?
We were hoping for 35.
I would say, I don't know.
Half is way too
Half is,
steep.
yeah, half is too much. But she did say 20% already,
If she-
which is
if-
way less than half.
If she agrees to 10%, I might think about it. But not
But-
now.
I'm
Alright.
curious
It's not
how
worth
you
it.
will actually allow us to not get caught and to get across the border. How does this 10% even help us?
You leave that to me. That's why I asked for half. Suddenly, you don't have to worry about the other half, do you? Suddenly, your time to transport it is halved.
Except
I
when
feel
it's
like
not.
an entire village of Chattermouths would find its way to the Baron either way.
I don't trust her. I don't trust her one bit. Why does she know
15%.
Draconic for the one? And why is she resisting the Zone of Truth?
I don't think she did know Draconic. She just heard certain keywords like Zorgar and Aaron.
15%.
And with all the stuff we've already talked about in this cave in front of her, it's not hard to see how she knows shit.
Don't
The
appreciate
Baron won't
getting
buy
blackmailed.
15%.
So you're going to use this money to pretend it's the Hoard.
You leave that to me.
What do you need with money if you're already, posh as fuck anyway?
More is always useful. Anyways, you have heard my offer. I will rest some more. You can think on it. Then she goes and takes a seat.
Well,
Yo, but what if we just leave her?
so tell them who was here. I mean,
They're already
killing
gonna
her is
know
the
who's gonna be here
alternative.
though. Like that's what she's saying.
Lock her in the gate.
Like even if we do leave her and she tells them, like what she's already saying is that by the time we manage to get everything out, they're gonna know it's us anyway. So whether we like kill her or leave her, that doesn't make a difference because they're gonna find out it's us no matter what. So that's just like another life on our hands, basically. And I know some of us aren't going to be comfortable with that, and some of us are. If we're not taking the deal.
Either way, we need someone to go scout out the cave so we know how many enemies are left, because either way we need to transport a certain amount of gold out of here. And very quickly.
Malbrin, do you want to have some invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll cast invisibility on Malbrin.
Okay. So Malbrin traces a little sigil on her hand, and Malbrin vanishes out of existence, almost seemingly. So what is your guys' plan?
Waiting to see what
Yeah.
Morgan comes back.
Malbrin's going to go scout, I guess, and I guess we're probably going to talk to this lady some more or like discuss what we're going to do. And I also want to have a look at this book that I found.
I'll probably say to the team, I don't really care what you decide in the end. It's fine. You guys, you do you, since I'll be away.
You'll be away?
I feel like
She's scouting.
Okay, right.
I feel like that what we do with her, or if we take the deal, really depends on who's in that tunnel or isn't in that tunnel.
Yeah. Also, depending on who and who isn't in that tunnel, I need Haraffin and Rurak to get that to the ship as quickly as possible. But
I mean, the quickest as possible is I ride Haraffin and he turns into a bird shape.
Yeah, but
let's do
we
that.
might need you for the fight, unless you just want to go. Fuck it, just go. We'll sort things here, it'll be fine.
I mean, scouting doesn't mean there's going to be a fight soon. We can deal with that whenever we want, as long as they don't come looking. And even if they do, we have the means to wall them off a little bit.
I mean, yeah, if Rurak, you can go back and heal the member, and Haraffin, you can attempt to fix the mess with
Druid stuff.
Druid shit.
The only thing, do you mean like by growing stuff?
By, yeah, kind of, I don't know.
There needs to be plants there.
You can take some ivy.
Yeah, I suppose we could take some ivy or something on. Yeah, I'm sure something could be figured.
Yeah.
Also, we should probably start already shoveling some shit into any chests that are here, and also harvesting this dragon, because dragon parts can sell for a lot.
Yeah.
Can I get at least one eye?
Alright, I will ask.
She's only got one left.
Okay.
Yeah, he has only got one left.
One preserved. Can
Who's the best at harvesting shit? Probably Haraffin, actually.
What are we doing,
He's
sorry?
good at nature. Or was it a nature or a medicine check to harvest parts from a dragon?
I don't remember. Let me check. And in fact, it's 11 o'clock. So, seeing as Finn's crashed and the overlay's broken and stuff like that, this seems like a pretty reasonable place to stop. We'll stop here for tonight, and we'll pick it up on Tuesday probably. And I'll check like rules and stuff. You guys can take a minute to expand on any plans or anything like that. So yeah, if you watch the stream, cheers for watching. We'll be back next week. See you later.